Binging on The Office, watching the white. That nigga. That dude. That. Oh. Where you going? And get my food out the microwave. Oh, I ain't got no bra. They can see me in the mirror. Okay, well then go put on the bra. Come on. Hey y'all. Oh, this one was for with the baby. You have to break. You have to break. Feel better. Hey y'all. I'm waiting on Biscuit to come back. So we're just doing a little girl chat. She and I. And we're here to um, talk about relationships from a married person standpoint, even though I haven't been married that long, and from a single person standpoint. And I wanted to know, and we wanted to know if you guys had any questions or if you had anything in particular that you wanted to talk about. Hey, okay, now I'm missing. Oh, missing everybody's comment. Okay, hey Greta, hey Elisa, hey Leanne, Christy, Carolyn, Anita, Shell, Susan, Kiki, Miss Kendra, Green Ultima, Peggy Sue, Lisa Mann, Miss Pat, Lady Marianne, Jocelyn, Tony, Neat, Patty, Ain't Loose Booty, and Miss Annie, and Shantae. Hey y'all. Boom Quisha TT has been retired, y'all. Y'all saw that foolishness Friday night. That was a mess. I need some thought up on here. Hey, somebody. Hey, Lynette. Hey, Olga, Christy Davis. Thank you, girl. Yes, he is. How was the ribs? I haven't had any ribs yet. I asked my sister to fix me a plate, and she only gave me some cabbage and rice. So I am waiting on the ribs. So I'm gonna make a to-go plate. So don't worry. She just ran by here. Ooh, you passing gas. I know, right, girl? She didn't give me not one bone on this plate. Where's everybody at? And there's a whole bucket of them in the kitchen. Okay, guys. So, I have a question to ask you all, and um, I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but I feel like we all can be transparent and be open with one another, to a certain degree, I guess. I don't know. And so I was listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show Friday. Yes, Friday. And I was listening to the Strawberry Letter. And in the Strawberry Letter, it talked about this woman, yes, this woman writing to Shirley Strawberry and Steve Harvey about how her husband had a 1 year affair. All right, Cowboy too. How her husband had a 1 year affair, and the side chick apparently doesn't want to leave the guy alone. Like she's still harassing them and calling and all this kind of other stuff. And she wanted to know how to deal with this chick that doesn't want to go away. So my question to you all is, you don't have to put yourself out. But I just want to know from a side chick's perspective, and it may not even apply to anybody in here. What is the purpose of being a side chick? Has anyone ever been the side chick? I know we've all done things that we're not proud of in our past. And like I said, no one has to put their business out. But I just want to know, like, what is the purpose of a side chick? Like, what? Because Steve Harvey threw up a point. He said, but what if the woman some has to play a role in why the husband did what he did? Meaning that the husband was lacking something, at home that he wasn't getting from his wife, that he decided to seek outside of his marriage with a side chick. So Shirley Strawberry was saying, well, not Strawberry, but Shirley was saying, well, I don't agree with that because now it sounds like you're validating or justifying why he cheated on his wife. So I don't know. I understand both sides of it because I also feel like, I feel like you should do what you're supposed to do as a wife and a husband anyway. That doesn't mean that person's not going to cheat on you, because you can be the best wife that you want to be, but that doesn't mean that your husband will or your wife will stay faithful to you. It just depends on that person. There's no purpose in being a side piece because most men get everything at home and still want a new piece. Okay, Mary. Hey, everybody. Hey, Cynthia, Lisa. Hey, Latora. Hey, Lady D. That you remember from South. And I would like a piece of rib on a plate. You ain't even fixing no rib. Okay, so Jana, is it Jana? Jana said a lot of females have been hurt in the past and feel like being with another woman's husband, they letting the hurt go. I'm guessing I've never understood it myself. Oh, thank you. I wanted it on another plate. Hey, Shirley, I'm live. I know, but thank you, Daddy. Hey, Tamita. They tell you stories so you feel like you helping them out. She's so sleepy. Dude, man, don't be fussing. There's no reward in being a side piece because that man is not going to leave his wife. But if he do, who's to say he's going to be with that side piece? That's true, Kiki. A lot of women feel like they can change a man, or they can get this man to leave his wife. Sometimes they can. I don't know. And sometimes they don't. They're like, I'm not about to marry you, you know? But I thought that was an interesting conversation that they were having, on Steve Harvey. And I was just like, wow. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been a side piece. There was one situation I will tell you. I guess I don't know if I even came close to it, but this a long time ago. Oh, bring me a soda. Before I met my husband, I was friends with this guy. That's true, Jeffrey. Well, I don't know. You think so? You think he's truly left his wife when he treated with a side piece? Do you think you can ever get it back, like get that love back? What kind of soda y'all got? You all right? You got a root beer? Hey, Cynthia. Okay. Lynette asks, how can you tell when your husband is cheating on you? Ooh. Well, first of all, you gotta know your husband. And second of all, usually men are kind of messy anyway when it comes to their you ain't got no regular Pepsi or root beer.
This is not Winn-Dixie.
Look for a regular root beer. She will bring me a cherry Pepsi.
This is not Winn-Dixie.
I guess you just study his routine. Men tend to be sloppy when they're cheating. Right, changing pattern, and they do get sloppy, and that's how they get caught. Um, what else? What do you have? Okay, just give me an orange soda. I know, but I thought you had a root beer because I saw a root beer can sitting here. Thank you. But so anyway, so that's what you look for. You look for his pattern, see if anything is changing. Um, if you guys don't have a code set up on your phone in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he just put a code on your phone and don't even tell you the new code, something's going on. Something going on. He don't want you to see. So, but has anyone ever in the group or in this chat ever had to deal with infidelity issues? Were you the cheater?
Hey, thank you.
Oh, but anyway, I was getting ready to tell you guys something. Hey, Stacy. Yeah, that's true, Tamita. All of a sudden, he keeping long hours. Yeah, my ex-husband was a cheater. Okay, Mary. Now, the one thing that I don't get when men are out there cheating, especially when they're sexually, I cheated on my kid's father after he had a baby on me. Oh, wow, Trina. That's deep. That's deep hurt. See, you did that because you were hurt. Yeah. You wanted him to feel the pain. You wanted him to feel what you were feeling. Well, we all grow. No judgment here. Um, but what I don't like is for people, when you're married or in a relationship, there's a such thing called AIDS, HIV, STDs, blah blah blah. And I would hate for you to play with my life like that, you know, for you to be out here in the streets sleeping with whoever and whatever, and then got to nerve to come home and sleep with me. That's where I draw the line. I understand about all that other stuff because people can cheat emotionally. You can be emotionally involved with somebody. I think that's even deeper. But to have sex with someone and then you come home and have sex with me, I think that's when you put my life on the line. And I feel like you really don't care about me because you can bring me something home that I can't get rid of. Quiet Queen, that does count. That does count. Some people don't believe that if you're talking to someone, you're just having a conversation, you're not hanging out or whatever, that's not cheating. That is cheating. If that person can be introduced to your significant other as a friend, and that person says okay, then you don't need to be talking to him. If I can't do it, you can't do it. There is no double standards, and I know sometimes there are, but it's not right. It's not right, you know. And people have to realize that. Hey, Dallas, Trina, coming to find out the kid's mother is not HIV positive. God has his hand on me. My God, Trina. Yes, Lord. Lord, I thank you. Tamita, cheaters might be good at covering their tracks, but everything a person does online leaves a digital trail that can't always be covered up. That's true. I do too, Christy. I think emotionally cheating is the worst because that's a deep connection that you have with that person. Because it's no matter what I'm gonna do for you to try to get you over that person, you're never gonna be over that person. You never will. Yeah, talking, all of that is cheating. See, some men think, or some people, men and women think, oh, because I'm not having sex with this person, I'm not cheating. No, yes, you are. You're doing this without my knowledge of it, behind my back. That's already the deceit right there. Behind my back, knowing I wouldn't approve of it. So you know it's wrong. That's why you're hiding it, and you do it behind my back without me even knowing. Mm-mm. It hadn't got to that point yet where you all have slept together or hung out together. But if I give it some more time, oh, trust me, it will be. It's just a matter of time. Okay, Queen. Oh, wow, Patricia. Well, sometimes all you need is attention. What should you do? Well, Quiet Queen, I think you should talk to that person. That's where we have to establish an open line of communication. Let me tell you something. I may not agree everything with what my husband does or says or whatever. And he doesn't always agree with me. But at the end of the day, I will always respect him because no matter what was going on, even if he hurt my feelings, you know, he always told me the truth. He always told me what it was. My husband battled at one point between whether, just before we got married, and before we had Zaria, he battled um, at one point whether he wanted to be with me and his baby mama at the time. And he told me straight out, he said, you know what? I wasn't ready to let neither one of y'all go. I wasn't. I was selfish. I didn't want to let you go, and I didn't want to let her go. I didn't want to let her go because she's the mother of my child. I still wanted to make it work. I didn't want to let you go because I love you. I want to be with you, blase, blase. And I'm just like, I was hurt, but I respected him because he told me what it was. Because I couldn't understand why he was acting the way he was acting. And then when he told me, I'm like, I don't like it, but I appreciate you for being honest and not lying to me, you know? So when he gave me that information, I had to make a decision. And I made a decision to walk away. Because if you can't make the decision right now as a grown man, then I will make the decision for you. And when you feel like you can get it together, then we can see where it goes from there. You make your decision. But just know I'm not waiting forever. So uh, right. Exactly, Bernadette. Mama. Thank you, Connie. Mm-hmm. We have some good conversation. Thank you,
Hey,
Mary.
hey, girl. Oh, you got 129 people. Go on, girl.
I know.
What, she got ice cream? Hey, Grandma.
You eat all of this junk and no one eat no food.
I can't see what nobody's saying. The Bible
They
speaks.
saying,
Hey,
hey.
Tamita. I can't see nobody's name. Bernadette.
Or DC Kool-Aid. Hey, DC.
DC. She got on my glasses, so.
You gotta say it out loud.
Really? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
That these ribs good.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't taste my rice?
Justin said it was.
Man, Janae made me a
I
plate.
gave him a whole plate of it. He
Oh,
said he
yeah?
loved them. Yeah, Justin.
Yeah, that's toast.
My boy Bulldog.
What that say?
Mm-hmm.
Greener. What that say?
Green Ultima.
Green Ultima. How you doing? Hey, Trina. Mary Stearns, DC. A Quick.
Miss Annie.
Annie Boo. Kiki Boo. Nichelle. Stacy. Hey, Peggy.
A quick.
Uh-huh. I don't eat pork. Well, I eat your part.
That's what people like in relationships. Clear understanding, give you an opportunity to decide what you want to do. Hey, Lisa, that was Bernadette.
Hey, Bernadette.
Tracy.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, Tracy Verbal. What that say, Basha?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Basha. LaShonda. Hey, Birdie Bug. We see y'all showed out. Wants to be. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Can I
ain't
get
show
a
you.
napkin?
Huh?
Can I get a napkin? Thank you. Mm-mm-mm.
Y'all, that peach cobbler look, it's so good. I had a bowl earlier. I mixed peaches and apples together. That thing is so good. Oh,
Hey, Alana.
the video of me making that, I haven't added that yet. I fell asleep. I got full and went to sleep. Hey, Janice.
My ex was so jealous I couldn't even shake hands with Pastor at church, but he didn't mind if the ladies hugged him. Oh yeah, honey. Mm-mm.
Hey, James, what's going on?
That Negro.
That's the kind of relationship you get out of.
Abort the mission.
Yeah.
Well, she did say that.
That
was
thing
her
can get
ex.
volatile.
Yeah.
It can. I mean,
Ooh,
like,
Ashley, would you tell your sister or friend if her husband was cheating? And would you tell your sister's husband if you knew your sister was cheating? Woo, child. Well, would you tell your sister or friend if her husband was cheating? If I knew some information, I would. I would say something to her. Now it's going to be up to her to decide whether she wants to believe me or not. And go from there. Because I know a lot of times when, females,
Tony.
they'll come to you and say, oh, hey, girl, so-and-so cheating on you. They were like, oh, you just want my man. So.
Hey, Linda.
So,
I'll be back, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm putting a shelf together.
And would you tell your sister's husband, if you knew your sister was cheating? My sister's husband, if I knew my sister was cheating, whoo, child. I mean, ooh, that's a deep one. I don't know. I probably would. I mean, he's a part of the family. I would, honestly, I would kind of wait to tell him. I would talk to my sister first. I would talk to my sister and tell her, look, you need to stop what you're doing. It's not right, because if he did it to you, I will do the same thing. Like, I don't feel like you need to put yourself in a situation. You don't think you would tell your sister? I would. I would tell my sister if her husband is cheating. And I hope that my sister would tell me if my husband was cheating. It's called mind your business when it's your sister. You can mind it. And, to each his own. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But me, I would tell my sister, look, Janae, dude ain't right. Because, honestly, I know my family wants the best for me. I don't know about y'all family, but I know my family wants the best for me. And if I find out that my family knew my husband was cheating all of this time, I would be upset with them for not telling me. because I feel like you're right along with him. Damn, minding the business, you need to tell me because this man has the potential of hurting me. This man has the potential of having this chick come find me. This man has the potential of giving me something. No, the sooner the better. And I feel like you should tell that person if you truly love and care about them. Forget minding their business. What happened to people helping each other out? And that's what's wrong with the world today because everybody's too busy minding their own business. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, I ain't worried about it. When it comes down to certain people, when it comes down to my family and how close we are, oh yeah, I expect them to tell me and I will do the same. That's just the way we roll. I know everybody's different. Like y'all say, y'all will mind y'all business. Kudos to y'all. But up in here, they gonna tell me, oh no, they're not about to sit up here and have old boy coming to family functions and he around here double dipping. That's a no. That is a no. That is a no. Now, if I turn around after they told me that and don't believe my sister, then that's on me. Then I'm the fool. I look stupid. So yeah, I would too. Come on here, girl. Okay, Biscuit is here, y'all. Okay, so this is the question they asked me. They said if my sister's husband, let's say you, if your husband was cheating on you, would I tell you? And I said, I would tell you, and I expect you to tell me if my husband was cheating on me. And some people said that they wouldn't tell their sister because it's called because it's called minding their own business. And I was just saying,
now if we were friends, that's different.
Yeah,
but sisters, of course. I mean, you don't owe him no loyalty. You only tolerate him because he married your sister.
exactly. Hello. Yeah, I would tell my sister definitely. Now, then they asked, would I tell my sister, like your husband, would I tell your husband that you cheating on him? Let's say if you was,
No, because she my sister.
But I said I wouldn't say nothing.
Listen,
I said I wouldn't say nothing to him at first. I would come to you and talk to you first and let you deal with that situation.
You need to let me cheat in peace.
I'm not gonna let you cheat in peace. She's so stupid.
Mama,
Let her
I
cheat in peace. You better not do. Y'all know she got to come with the comics. Girl. No, I'm not about to let you cheat in peace because that is wrong. Because you won't want that man to do that to you.
I would tell my sister, look, you need to tell your husband what you're doing, or I'm gonna tell you.
That's what I'm saying. I would go to my sister first.
But then, pause for the pause.
Okay, what?
Mama just said, hey, you better tell your husband before. What you gonna tell him for? Because it's wrong. Because if he was cheating, I would goddamn sure tell her.
Yep, and I will whoop his behind.
I would be singing like a bird. Girl, I see so No, if I'm cheating on my husband, you need to keep your mouth closed. No, because he married into the family. We blood. He ain't blood, y'all.
It don't matter.
No. If he being loyal to my sister and my sister being a downright then you can come to me and be like, hey, chill out.
That's what she said.
No, she said she wouldn't say nothing. If she tell me and I don't do that, then she was gonna tell him.
Eventually, yeah, because you can't be doing that.
No.
I know.
Yeah. I refuse that in the name of Jesus. I'm bleeding. But no,
Okay, Darren, what's your opinion on it? Okay, listen. If Janae had a husband and she cheating on her husband, would you tell her husband?
If she refused to tell him.
If she refused to tell him, she cheating on this man. He right here being loyal, playing Father of the Year, and so okay.
So all y'all want to get banished from the family? That's what I'm saying.
Janae, no, it ain't about that. First of all, you already know I despise cheating.
But it's okay. People,
y'all act like I'm doing it for real.
No. But that's your mentality. But it's cool because it's other people on here saying that they agree with you.
Thank you.
Because come on, Daddy.
It's all about the. Okay,
So your sister, let's say
My
if
sister?
let's say if your sister was cheating on her husband, would you tell her husband that she cheating on him?
I tell my sister, you gonna cut that shit out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull my phone to the side.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
no,
talking
you
about.
don't do that.
Well, then Janae on her only island.
Okay. You saying the blood supposed to cover your back,
Exactly.
but that's you
That's
violating
wrong.
one of God's rules. So
No,
I got a problem with it. That's why.
Exactly.
And then you my blood, so I'm supposed to help you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna check her from the look, girl. You need to stop.
I have no problem with y'all checking me, but to go behind my back and tell my husband,
I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
that you doing wrong, and if you don't straighten out,
if you don't stop, then yeah, I'm gonna say so.
If you don't stop, and if you don't tell him, and you keep on doing it, then I'm gonna go say, look, Rufus,
man, you're a good man. My sister ain't doing it right. My sister ain't right.
Right, because
that's
you
not
need
right.
to double check your wife drawers because something ain't right.
Wow.
Exactly, because that ain't right. But it's other people on here that agree with Janae. They say they wouldn't say nothing either.
Okay, well there it is.
I mean,
that's condoning.
That's what I'm saying. That's a double standard that ain't right.
Yes, I understand that.
No, there's no I understand that, but that's it.
They're talking about I won't tell my sister because of loyalty, but I tell my sister she's wrong and she need to fix it.
That's what I'm saying. Tell me I'm
wrong.
No. That's what I said. I'm gonna tell you if you don't stop, that's what I'm not gonna go tell him right then and there. That's what I just said.
I know. But I'm saying don't say nothing to him, period, if I decide to stop or not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna live like that. No, you're not gonna live like that. Now you sound
Okay. Y'all gotta realize I'm not gonna do it for real. We're just saying hypothetically.
No. I know we all speak hypothetically, but your answer to the hypothetical question, ma'am. But it's a lot of people on here. They saying, the sister called. They believe they with you, Janae. They amen to you right now.
A lot of people getting cheated on right
now. No. My sister ain't gonna take me to hell with him.
Exactly. You need to disgrace me in the eyes of God too. You tripping?
Hey, where my baby?
He in my bed. Y'all gonna keep going back there and checking on him.
Yeah,
it is a dangerous game to play because at the end of the day, y'all know these diseases are for real. Whether it's your sister or not,
it's elevators gonna go up all the way. People don't talk nothing out no more. They light you up and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it goes both ways. Sister or not sister.
What would you want done to you?
Right.
If you don't think cheating on your spouse at home, ask OJ's wife. Exactly.
Okay, Carol said first you have to think about what would be your purpose for telling her better half about what she is doing. Stacey said biscuit is wrong. It's 2 left feet.
Exactly.
The same way you would want
somebody. Well, I guess I would know I'm not married, so.
No, I'm saying.
Well, my purpose is it's wrong. It bottom line, it is wrong. He is even though he is not in a blood relative, he's a part of our family.
I mean, yeah, if it was Rosa marriage, I would want to know.
That's why you're supposed to tell him.
But my thing is, you guys.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me rephrase it then.
I would hate to get to that point.
I'd be mad at my sister or my relative or whoever snitched on me. I might not talk you for a whole year, but I mean, we'll get past it. How about that? That's better?
No, that's not.
I'm still letting you snitch. I'm just not gonna talk to you for a while.
How you not gonna talk to me for a while because you doing wrong? Snitching on family. You doing wrong.
But that's my business. That's my husband. You stay out my mirror.
It is your business, but you wrong.
Wait. Okay,
she's thinking about.
If you do something,
that's foul, though, Janae.
Okay, and it's not. But if
look, y'all want me to come up here.
If you and your husband,
it's good though.
If you and your husband are having an argument, that's between y'all.
Yeah.
But when you go out and you bring another person into your relationship, you have now put it out in the public because that person got the opportunity to tell any and everybody they want, and you don't even know. It's no longer your personal business.
And you betraying the Lord. I'm not gonna help you betray the Lord.
It's really if I know.
I understand that.
But listen, though, Janae.
Exactly.
I would just hope that it don't get to that point. Well, I have to say something to him. I would hope that you will fix it. Stop what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Before I get to that point. So if you deal with it, then he ain't never gotta know. I ain't never gonna say nothing. If you deal with it, But if you don't, and you like, girl, whatever, I don't care, I can cheat on that nigga, blah, 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 blah.
They said, no, biscuit, you're wrong.
And then I'll be like, okay.
Your baby got ice cream all on my cover.
Oh.
Okay, it can go in the washing.
Just throw it in the wash. I'm so sorry.
She said, you don't feel like washing that thing again. I don't blame her.
Jelly, give me a paper towel.
That's why I kicked them out my bed.
Got ice cream all in the bed.
What?
But I'm just saying though, because but the thing is, like, didn't you okay, so if your husband was cheating on you and I knew as your sister, would you want me to tell you?
So what?
If your husband was cheating on you and I'm your sister, wouldn't you want me to tell you?
Yes. Because you're my sister.
It ain't got nothing to do with the being sister.
Oh, yes, it do. Yes, it do. Because you're my sister.
It's about what's right.
It got nothing to do with the whole stranger knew your husband was cheating on you.
Black girl, I see your
And
man.
you'll be glad they told you.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me. I understand you. I'm loyal too.
I
But
understand that. I'd rather a stranger tell my husband that I'm cheating. My sister better not say nothing. That's all I'm saying. You my sister. You better not say nothing.
Like I said, you shouldn't put your.
I understand if my mama said something, but my
No.
sister better not say nothing.
No,
You
but
shouldn't
not
put
tell
your
him, but
family-
pull you to the side and tell
You
him.
shouldn't.
I'm gonna tell you at first. I ain't gonna say nothing to him at
I might
first.
not
I
even
know,
give you that courage.
But you don't even say nothing, period.
Today, I'm gonna be real with you. I might not even give you that courage because you already know me. I despise cheating, especially when you married.
And so do I. We speaking hype. Don't think.
I'm speaking
I just want to
hypothetically.
remember. I would never do this.
Janae,
You
I'm
can't never say
speaking
what you ain't gonna do.
hypothetically. I'm speaking hypothetically. I'm
Jenny,
saying
give me a paper towel,
you dead
please.
wrong, and you're not gonna drag me to hell with you. You tripping? That's
Y'all ain't gonna know because I'll be an expert.
That's why a lot of people get
Swear.
cheated on right now because of stuff
I'm
like that.
joking.
No, and that's why a lot of
Right.
people's houses and everything gets shot up because y'all around here playing secret,
Exactly.
holding secrets. The secrets that get you killed. Y'all need to quit all that secret crap. Anybody got time
I
for
don't
that?
like secrets. They always hurt somebody else.
But don't tell me you cheating on your man.
You won't know.
A lot of married people. And what if I did know? Exactly. If we out somewhere, you be like, girl, I got this friend.
I just feel like my
There you go.
Don't tell me. 'Cause I am not aiding in the bed.
Exactly.
Don't tell me. Keep it to yourself. Take it to your grave. Keep it in the closet.
Hello. That's what's wrong now, especially with the black families. They keeping all these secrets and sweeping them under the rug and saying what you don't know won't hurt you. Life hack, whatever.
Because it always
It always come up. It always
somebody
come
gonna
up.
get mad and they gonna let it slip, and everybody gonna be looking like, well, where that came from? Hey, you don't want to get in that position. Don't cheat on your husband, then you don't want nobody to react too hot. 'Cause
Okay,
he gonna
somebody
find out.
asked, hold on, y'all, I missed the question. What if you don't like the brother-in-law? Do you still tell him? It ain't got nothing to do with
Absolutely.
me liking,
It ain't
not
got
liking
nothing to do
him.
with that.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with
It's
it.
a simple fact
But-
that he's wrong.
I still like if you my sister. You my
Okay,
brother,
so
you need to say
somebody
nothing.
said, what if she had a crazy husband that was capable of killing her?
She took that chance.
Exactly. That's all she gonna have.
She took that chance. Love make people crazy.
I don't know.
Just like I always
No,
tell
he
you.
not gonna put his hands on her. That is.
Yeah, that part. I'm not gonna let him beat up on her.
I know it's she loud.
Answer the question.
Anybody ask you to answer that? Give me key. How about you wash my cup?
Hey, take that in my bath.
Too.
I know. She had to call herself brushing her
I know,
face.
baby.
Yeah.
I have always said, if you ever in a relationship, a marriage or a relationship, okay, and you feel like somebody else is catching your eye, you right there need to stop.
Yep.
You have to stop, or you break up with that person that you with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because somebody has already taken your attention.
Mhm.
Okay.
And yes, texting does count as cheating.
Yeah, we're
oh
talking
my
about
God.
that too.
I
We
can't
talking
stand when
about the
people say
texting,
that.
talking,
Yes, that
emotional cheating.
If
A
you
lot of
feel-
people don't feel like it's cheating, but
If
it
you
is.
give another person the same attention you give your other half,
It's
that's
cheating. Talking on
Even
the
if
phone
it's
is cheating.
emotional.
Texting is
especially
cheating.
if you feel like
Hugging.
it's something you have to keep. with
Meeting
your
up for
spouse
lunch,
or your other
dinner,
half. That's
going
cheating.
to the movies, walking in the park.
If you go have lunch with them
Cheating.
and you don't tell your other half, that's cheating.
Okay, somebody said, Cornelia said, you can't break up that easy if you're in a relationship and or marriage. Why you can't?
First of
Yes, you
all,
can. Somebody
yes,
just
you-
saying that.
first of all,
Whoever said that,
it was
cheating.
so easy enough for you to get somebody else your attention. It is just that easy. If you start talking to another person knowing you in a relationship or a marriage, you already violated.
Yep.
Yep.
There's something called everybody got choices to make. When you start feeling some type of way, it's up to you to stop it right then and there, or you keep on going with it in secret.
And he said it's too much commitment and time invested.
That's somebody.
If it's a commitment, then you ain't cheating. If you are fully committed, then you're not cheating. You're not gonna cheat. You're gonna think about that person.
Either currently cheating on their own wife or has done it and felt like, oh, I should have been forgiven because it was only that one time. No, if you cheat in any type of way or you think about doing it, you need to cut that other person. You need to cut your wife or your girlfriend, whoever.
Sit right here. Come here.
Anybody that has ever been cheated on.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do. Everybody got that one thing that they have zero tolerance for in a relationship. For me, it's cheating.
Yeah.
You cheat on me. Exactly. You call somebody else, you go to lunch with somebody else, you date somebody else, sleep with somebody else. I'm cutting you off instantly. I don't care how long we've been together. It could be 30 years. I will cut you off instantly.
And I'm gonna say the reason why I
and
think
all my stuff gonna be gone. And you can be like, well, what happened? I'm not answering my phone. I'll cut you off. I got zero tolerance for that.
The reason why I don't tolerate cheating is because, especially when you dating a guy, men, they want you to forget him every time they done cheated or they done lied or they done did something.
Not true.
But as soon as you cheat, they be out so quick. Ain't no forgiveness, no nothing. They be wanting to be out so quick. So that's why I don't tolerate it. Because you'll be out if I did it. You wouldn't forgive me if I did it. So no, you don't get no second chances, none of that.
I'm gonna ask a question. Which one of y'all feel like it's worse, when men cheat or women cheat?
I don't feel like it's any worse. I think
It's equal. It's equal.
I think it's the same.
Men, you know what? Men think it's a difference because
men think it's a difference because
they can cheat and they cannot have any feelings for the girl they cheated with.
We're the same for women.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
You got some women that just don't care.
It's very rare. That's rare. But you're right though.
It is.
But it's a lot of women that cheat because they are emotionally attached to the person they cheat with.
There's some side pieces out here.
9 times out of 10, when female
sex might be better
she
or
emotionally attached to the guy she cheating with.
Exactly.
Or girl.
9 times out of 10, she's attached to him in some type of way. She got some type of feelings for him. But man, they can go sleep with a chick and then not feel anything. That's why they get so butthurt when females cheat on them.
I've heard so many scenarios where a woman can be married to a man
for 15 years. Something you have
you cut me off one more time. I started and you tried.
Okay, well, go ahead.
As I was saying, I have heard so many scenarios where a woman can be married to a man for 10, 15 years and then ultimately decide to cheat one day and cheat and leave her husband, kids, the dog, and the house and go with this other dude who she just met. It's very rare that a man will do that. If a man cheat and leave, that's rare. That's something he really was in love with her. It's very rare. Not that it's good. I'm just saying. What?
You better hope them people don't hear you. Ashley farted.
Ashley, you so stank. Say excuse me, I'm sitting there all that darn cabbage and can't even. Man, let me go.
That was the baby. Liar. Don't lie on your child like that. The Lord she on the phone. Wasn't really her, Ashley. Ashley, that came from your chair. Shut up. Disgusting. Oh, we gotta read these comments. Oh, been saying this. Go back. Okay.
Oh goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay, Darian said somebody wanted to ask you a question, Darian. They said, ask Darian, why would he cut her off so quickly? If you love someone, would you think about trying to make it work?
No, absolutely.
Because you didn't want to never fully trust him again.
That's true.
Exactly. And
nowadays, no. If this was back in the day, like maybe. This man different.
I don't care what anybody says, male or female. If you cheat on somebody, you do not love them. That's a lie. That is a lie. If you cheat on somebody, you don't love them. Especially when you married. Because
I think you love somebody, but I just think you making poor decisions.
No, because that's not something that just it just happened.
Turn the print on.
Cheating on somebody not a mistake. It's not a mistake, and it's never an accident. If you lie, you know how that's why you get more time in prison for premeditated murder, because you thought about it.
Yeah.
If you put thought and effort into that, you don't care about me. That's why I cut you off instantly, because I still care about myself. And because I care about myself, I'm not gonna stay with somebody that stepped out on me, especially if we married. You don't care about me, that's fine. I'm gonna cut you off instantly. I don't care. We've been together 50 years. It's over. I don't want to think about that no more. You laid down, opened your legs for somebody else, and you said you was gonna only do that for me,
Hey,
especially when you got married. When you said I do, you promised that you will only do that
Jello,
for me.
check on my baby.
In the back. Go.
And when you betray that, I can't take you back. Period.
Okay,
Not
that's
that next
Darius'
night.
perspective on it. Somebody said, I can understand you want to do the right thing and tell that they're cheating, but what if that person could not handle that news that someone gets killed?
That person grown.
That's on that person. I mean, let's say if you don't say nothing and it's
I'm
still
trying to
found
figure out
out.
why y'all result in the killing.
Because people
Shit,
do.
some people
When
do
people
kill.
find out that you are cheating, there's women and men that have ended up dead.
Do y'all
Hey,
know that
you
most
know,
people
I'm
in prison for murder are first timers, and a lot of those is relationship.
You ain't never seen killer couples and all of that.
Well, yeah.
You know, on the ID channel. I'm telling you, people will
You
sign.
gotta be careful who you date.
They can't handle
Yeah,
that.
some people
Well,
can't
that's why
handle
you
it.
shouldn't cheat anyway. If
You
you feel
shouldn't
like
put yourself in that
if you
position.
don't want to
That's
deal
true.
with it, then you go on. You leave that person alone. But yes, some
And it
people
hurt
do.
worse when it's going on for a long time, and then person think that's
Oh,
that
it do,
person
yeah.
think that
Because you like,
you've been in love with them this whole time, but you've been lying that whole time. You
Right.
don't love
Or
that person.
even if somebody didn't tell that person and they find out on their own, this
Matter
still
of
gonna
fact-
kill you either way.
Matter of fact,
You dead.
that definitely goes against what you said too. If I don't tell your man that you cheating and he find out that I knew about it,
Everybody going down.
yeah, then I'm equally as guilty, and you
I
should
ain't
put me in that
left
position.
on that
Okay, so
island.
let's see. My uncle burned down his house because his wife was cheating on him and she had another man in his house. Ooh,
See?
Lord.
See?
There you go, prime example.
See?
Yeah.
Now I don't agree with his methods at all, but she put herself in that position. No,
Somebody
she's not
said
no
not
man.
true there, not true. Not true to what?
Not true to what?
I don't know what she meant. My husband was talking to somebody when we was dating and I forgive him and we married.
Oh, that was when y'all was dating. I mean, you can easily forgive when y'all
It still
dating.
count, but it's not
Yes,
severe.
it still counts, but
It's not as severe.
it's
when
not
you
a
date.
marriage. When you marry, it's different.
Biscuit.
It's worse.
My best friend was killed because he assumed she was cheating. Now he
No,
crazy.
he was crazy. That's
He
Yeah.
ain't had no facts. If I got
Yeah,
evidence
he crazy.
on you,
If I saw,
What you say?
I said if I got evidence,
wow. No, but if I saw,
You need to go back to school with that teacher man.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, from the
Yeah. Girl, you know I know how to speak.
girl,
Yes.
like the same. What's wrong with you?
No, I did it on purpose because we that
Some
was our
people be
paternity
in deep-
court, mama.
Hold on, what she say? Some people be in too deep, especially if they have been with you for years. You
Ain't no
never
such
know
thing as
how
too deep.
someone may react.
ain't no such thing as
Oh,
too
okay.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't control somebody else's reaction. You can't control what another person
Get
can
down,
do.
baby.
If they can't handle the truth, that's on them, and they're gonna deal with the consequences
Take it in
when
the
they
back.
make a terrible decision. That's on that person. If they can't handle it, but you have to do what you expected to do as a person. You're not supposed to sit there and watch somebody doing wrong, because you're gonna be like, if it happened
Adrian,
to you,
oh, you mean his name is Darian. Darian, you are 20.
I'll be 27 in 3 days.
20. I'm
Wait,
on
what's the
27.
date? 4 days. I'll be 27 in 4 days.
My TV stay on the ID channel.
What's wrong with him?
Don't
She wanna sit up
Don't
here.
get her
She wanted
get
to
her
break
ass
up
the phone.
the
Unlock your phone.
Oh, it's about to die.
Of course
Mine about
it
to
is.
die too.
You
So
never have your phone charged.
Yes, I do.
uh,
Okay, let's see. I know plenty of cheetahs.
That's not cool.
Ooh.
Now we want to have y'all.
Hey, my
eat it
Shoni.
too.
Let's see.
I don't know what my folks say.
I don't know either. I only use.
See, me, you cheat on me, I ain't gonna put my hands on you. Or nothing like that. I ain't even gonna yell.
Shower curtains had hooks
It's the cut off.
With the balls on them, right?
and then the one that was up there had shower curtains
Yeah.
on it.
But do you remember how long ago I put that shower curtain up? When I put it up, your hooks was in the
Jeffrey
plastic box
said.
sitting on that item.
Jeffrey
That
said,
moldable item.
Darian, you talk a good game, but if you find a woman and your heart is totally invested in her, trust me, my brother, your mind telling you to leave, but that heart's saying something else.
Yeah, no, no, fam, that's just you. No, I can that's just you. Can't leave somebody alone. If you care about yourself and you know you a good catch, walk away. Don't stay with somebody that cheat on you. That is weak. That is a weak mind saying something like that.
I wouldn't say it's a weak mind.
That's a weak mind saying something like that. You sitting there.
That's just somebody that
You sitting there around somebody that hurt you, and you keep going back. That's weakness on your behalf.
Okay, so basically,
I have been
there's
cheated
a
on
first
several times
time.
before.
Okay, there's a first time. There's a such thing as forgiveness. Okay, if that person is willing to change and they confess how they messed up, and they don't want to do that no more, but they want
cheating
to
my
forgive them. Okay, the first time I say yes, but if they do it again, okay, that's when you got the opportunity to say, okay, I'm done with this. We're not even going through this no more, and be done with it.
I understand. I'm a very forgiving person. I'll definitely forgive you.
But you don't sound like it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
first. You said
he said he forgive you, but he's not gonna say it. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I forgive you.
I mean, that's just him, y'all. That's just my brother.
No,
He said he'll forgive you, but he just don't want to be with you.
I'm not gonna be.
I mean, and that's just his take on
no woman that cheat on me. Period. Absolute cutoff. Not even a 10% chance. No, I'm cutting you off right then and there because I don't even want to think about that when you kissing me. Because I'll say that too.
Smiley.
Yeah, you kissed that nigga too, didn't you?
Yeah, you kissed it in
Okay, so Susan said when my sis cheated on her hubby, I had no clue. He phoned me one day and asked for her. She's not in my house. That's how we both found out. She even had her children saying we was at Sue's house. That's just stuff like that.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to cuss my sister out because I'm like, you putting me in situations,
bro,
and you won't tell me what's going on. And I'm sitting here telling this dude you ain't here, and he said, "Well, no, you said you was here." And I'm like, "Oh shoot!"
That's when I be like, "Oh, girl, you need to get it together." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like,
you involving the kids here?
Yeah, the kids lying for you. Now everybody coming up for you. Now, my sister, you need to go ahead and chop that up.
I don't condone abuse in a relationship at all. But you're supposed to get smacked if you do something like that. Because you done came up with this whole plot on how
she's working on it.
She's working on the Quiet Queen.
Yeah, Quiet Queen. She's working on it.
Some people just can't take rejection. That's true.
That's on that person.
Nikita said, Darian, did someone cheat on you before?
I got cheated on twice.
Twice.
And it was the same situation. Same situation.
I've been cheating on
absolute cutoff. I was never mad when I found out. I was just like, okay,
honey, we are a loud family, so goodbye, noodles. Anyway,
somebody said we too loud.
Yeah, you girls are too loud. Calm down.
I almost cursed.
And that's why I said bye. Right hey, Cat B.
Hey, Cat. Cat, the one we saw in Walgreens.
Oh, some people agree with you, Darian. You know, some people say they feel you, they understand, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no, like,
everybody entitled.
I get called cold for this, but I'm not some cold-hearted person. I forgive you instantly. It's all right. We're not going to be together no more, but yeah, I forgive you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because some people just can't, stay in one, committed to one relationship, and that's fine. But you're not going to be with me. You're going to be with me. You know what the hook says?
You sit that outside for me there.
This box?
Yeah. Here, put these in there.
You're not that fast.
Okay. You disagree with Darian, but you hear what he's saying. Yeah. Being cheating on makes you have trust issues. I don't know about nobody else, but in my relationships, I just don't trust easily. It takes a while.
Same.
Yeah. Thank you, Maxine. Darian is a wise young man. Linda is fat. My ears hurt. Oh, well, muted then.
Get whoever that is off of there.
I don't know. This is another person. They probably made a fake page. I don't know. You know,
no,
Daddy, we good.
It ain't nothing even serious.
The freaks come out at night. What?
Your phone dead. Come on, my phone dead.
Ooh, Stacy said, I like Darian. He just keeps it real. Straight up. Hey. Okay, so any other questions? I was going to ask him. What was I going to ask?
Somebody's graduating soon.
I was about to say who?
Me, I'm graduating.
I think if you forgive a cheater the first time, you forgive it a second and the third too.
They was so doing
I'm almost deaf. Live don't bother.
You already said that already. No, that was somebody else, girl.
Saying what?
Two girls might go at the back door on one
Oh, just ignore it. Hey,
Hey, T.
9:30.
Hey, Pandora.
hello, your brother.
I hear that.
You
Bitch,
can put
go
that in
ahead,
the
girl.
trash.
Have a lot of
They
sense.
said
You got a lot of
go
sense.
Oh,
That bitch go ahead. Thank you.
You can put that box in the trash too.
what's that?
No, that's my mat for my bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Daddy, yo.
It's accordion style.
What is that?
Thank
mat
you.
for our shower.
Boogie, get down.
Yeah.
Be careful. I don't know. Y'all remember what?
Oh, Do I have a different daddy? No.
We all got the same daddy.
the same mama.
Get it go. Get it go.
Somebody asking that
Oh,
question.
no.
They might think because she might look different than him. You know, she don't really look like that.
Well, actually,
She look like mama.
Didn't she look like her when Teresa was young? Teresa was darker. And,
I know we all got the same mama, same daddy.
and daddy.
Mom, this is Vanessa and Jason.
Hey, Vanessa.
Well,
Sheila.
a lot of people don't believe that there are black families out there with biological mothers and fathers. they do.
They all
just
think
really
we're bastard
believe.
children.
Yeah, but it's millions of black families out there. Millions.
And no shade to anybody that do have different daddies and mamas.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Because
God is the only one that give life.
stepmoms
That's
turn out to
right.
be wonderful parents. So
Yes,
Right.
sir.
That's
no
right.
shade to anybody that does have that.
Adopted parents. All
We just
that.
got the same mama and daddy.
Right.
I can tell that your brother have been risen by a strong black man.
Ashley, what you
Thank
say?
Been raised. They meant raised. Sorry,
No,
raised
you
by
said risen.
raised by a strong.
I thought it was gonna say risen up. That's why I was like, I didn't react to it.
Ashley looks like Risa.
That girl don't look like me.
Hey,
Don't look like me.
hey.
That girl don't look like me. Don't look like me. That girl don't look like me.
Hey.
Don't look like me.
Mm.
That girl don't look like me. Don't look like me.
She
Hey,
a quiet queen. I
Adios.
said quiet queen.
quiet queen. She's leaving.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Somebody said, I don't see how anybody can't see Risa and Galen all over y'all. Girl, that's somebody that don't know it. They're trying to be fucking funny.
They ain't trying to be funny. They
Now,
probably thought you looked different.
they don't know us. That's somebody with no picture. That's somebody that I ain't never seen.
That's somebody trying to start some duking.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
You be pulling the back. I need to go change my clothes.
I'm trying to
Hello,
widen the
family.
shot. Can you see it?
I can see.
Okay.
They can't ask some crazy stuff, Miss Vicky. Go throw this in the garbage. And check on my baby.
I already checked on you.
All right, my baby.
Children, that's my toy.
Get out from under that. Don't you climb yourself across the
When
top
you
of
make
that
more
girl.
videos, Ashley, I'm not sure, Troy. Sometimes I was live the other day, but then I go and I delete them because I don't have time for all of the trolls and negative comments about how I raise my kids and stuff. I don't be that's why I told you to check on him because he was up. I do my baby.
Hi, honey. Come on.
You can go say.
Hello, family. I'm from Experience. Agree. Oh, agree with Miss Risa. Once okay, but the next time it's a rap, I forgive, but must move on down the road because when you with the one you love, you don't. There's no need to cheat, right?
When that person got everything you want, everybody got choices. You know when you starting to drift into an area that you ain't supposed to be.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh. AJ,
Forgot.
you hit the mouse.
You gonna have to put the mouse up there because his foot since it's all in the place.
Okay, all our sinners choose wrong, going to hell. You can save yourself. Only way to be saved is through faith in the eternal, sinless Son, Jesus Christ. No one else religion or way can save you. Only Jesus. Okay.
Who is that?
I don't know. Some lady named
Just go
Donna
past it.
Branch. Hey, Lily.
Thank you for the enlightenment. Somebody didn't know.
AJ's a sweet little baby. Taking care of it. Oh, of course. I take care of my kids.
Look at it. Hey, Kenny Papa. You see yourself, man? Kenny man.
Who
You look like Elvis.
Elvis.
That's daring. Thank you, Miss Pat.
What does the box say?
Look like he's trying to
Go in the back. Y'all two in the back.
Hey,
Freaking crap.
Go sit down and watch the TV.
Go ahead, Mama.
You're gonna keep running through that. Unplug that doggone computer.
Hey, Ella. Okay, anyone else have another question to ask, like in pertaining to relationships or anything?
You don't have to be relationship
It
question.
don't have to be relationship. It can be anything. When you log into the family and see it. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Audrey. Look at you. Can you be with someone that you think is not on your level but is a good person?
What that mean?
I'm about to say, be specific. What do you mean not on
What
your
you mean,
level?
like not
Financially?
equally yoked or something? Or
Not equally yoked, you need to stop. But I mean, financially,
What does equally yoked mean?
meaning have the same beliefs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that. Yeah.
I don't mean like believe 1 and 1 is 2, but believe in God and that kind of stuff. You don't wanna get into a relationship with an atheist,
Yeah.
you know, or
Or what if they
Somebody
believe in
that
God and don't
practice-
believe in Jesus?
that's the
What?
same. You can't believe
It's
in
a
God
lot
and not
like that.
believe in Jesus.
Oh, Erlene meant as far as being on the level by education and financially.
Well,
yeah.
Education. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
financial.
you know, for one, where somebody else is strong, somebody else may be weak, so
Listen,
y'all can
honey.
balance each other out. You know,
You know it's all.
Yeah, as long as you bring, I think if you bring the same thing to the table, then hey, and that person willing to
And
run with you,
sometimes
And I'm
if they
gonna
have
say
yeah.
this. And I'm gonna
and that
say
and you
this.
can influence that person to do better. So I mean,
And most
Yeah.
likely they will be if you,
And I
especially
wanna
if you
say
have
this.
something more than they
Whoever
have.
asked that question
They
might
they'll
be
be a
able to
good
worry about
person
the
or
wrong
whatever.
thing.
No,
That's
not
all right.
necessarily. They don't say that.
If you bring money and somebody education into it, unless they out there doing dumb stuff, then yeah.
some men can't handle a woman that's.
It's a lot of men like that can't handle independent
Oh, that's
women.
that's see, but that's what I'm saying.
that's
That
the
right there, that's on the person.
intimidation.
That's what she
That's
means.
no, that's on the person. Especially with the money thing.
Sharini
that
said,
one-
Janae, how many kids do you want?
None. As of right now, none. Ask me when I get 30.
What?
Oh, you want to wait that? Well,
If you got like 5
Go ahead.
years,
You can.
don't it start getting dangerous to wait the older you wait?
Not really. Well,
God
Not
if
really,
God give you a
because-
child, he'll take care of you. If
Not
he allow
really.
you to bear a child, he will definitely take care of you. You got some young people have babies, you know, and stuff go on. So
me. No, they be younger than you.
I didn't start having all my problems till I had my 4th baby.
You mean me?
Hey, Papa.
You see, it's awesome. You trying to come over here? Your sister calling me. What's up, mama? What's up? Oh, that hard?
She wanna play.
You.
He trying to talk to you.
Hey. Now look, you smiling for all these people on the computers. Well, I'm trying to talk to you. Your feet don't ever hurt standing like that, man. It
I'm
don't.
telling you no.
Hey Shirley. Janae, you go.
No.
I have.
He said, no, I don't.
Oh, she probably thought I said, hey Siri. Janae, you go. I have none and don't want any. They're having them at 50 now.
True.
Get that baby some earplugs.
I was trying to because he was saying soft flash.
We're not that loud, sis.
Whoever that
That's
is,
somebody
need
that
to go to another
keeps
channel.
they keep making fake profiles.
Well, guess
We're
what?
not that loud.
Keep being loud.
Pandora,
Maybe
well, I
that's
had my last child at
You're
43.
getting more viewers.
But hello, don't say it. Just go on. Scroll right past me.
This ain't no ASMR.
Okay, y'all heard Jalen.
See,
Somebody said
43.
Let go. I'm never saying and fuss with you, okay?
But you know them doctors, they love to say,
Oh, it's safer to have them young.
no, whenever you have it, when you
No,
have it.
because I was because when I was 25, when I got pregnant with Zaria, I had to have an MBO. I had gestational diabetes. I had to be induced. I had a lot
Exactly. So
going
age
on.
don't matter.
So no, it don't matter.
Had a punch.
Oh, I hope you feel better, Miss Robin.
And that's the difference. When I had y'all, I didn't have to have a amnio or I didn't have gestational diabetes. Now, who I got? Did I get induced? No. They gave me Pitocin.
All of us was natural, weren't we?
Oh yeah. They tried to give me an epidural with. Hey, put my shower curtain on down.
You want that rag? Mom, you want that rag? You
You
get
like two on them. I give one to
Stop eating them all up.
All right, y'all. We got 20 more minutes. Any more questions?
20 more minutes to what?
To be in this live.
Why?
Because I'm going home. It's gonna be 10 o'clock, girl.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
My peach cobbler?
You know I don't eat peach cobbler.
Mm-mm.
Don't need to try it.
I want my banana
I've
pudding.
tried peach cobbler before. I don't like
I
it.
want you to try it.
Okay.
I want a banana
I'll
pudding.
try yours, Mom.
Sorry,
Peaches be stink.
What she got on my bag?
a TV remote.
Who is the toughest out of us? Ooh, Corey. Oh, yeah, but I think they mean like
Daddy, I guess.
no, out of the kids, girl, us.
Toughest?
I would say me.
I don't like the
Thank you,
word
baby.
tough. What do they mean by toughest? They said who's the toughest out of
One
us?
that'll fight in a minute. Ashley.
Ashley and Darren.
Ashley throw it
No,
down.
it ain't about being able to fight or nothing like that.
No,
Tough as
Ashley
it might be
throw it
cold.
down.
Somebody said they had food.
That was my old life.
You ready to eat, man?
Yeah.
Where's Bob?
Mhm,
It's
babe.
so
Look at them going.
Mario, put that
Red.
down.
I was going to say that because Chucky be doing that when he be mad.
Daria.
His bag over there.
Oh, look how he looking at you.
You got a book of him. Are we a Christian channel that takes phone calls?
No.
No.
I do every now and then. I don't do it all the time.
My mom. Oh, I thought you were feed him.
No, you gonna feed him. I fed him already.
Okay, but you did. No problem. Feed my baby.
Put that broom.
Any more questions? Any type of questions?
Not any question. This is something you don't answer.
Darian.
Oh, for real.
Common sense question.
Common sense.
Well, everybody don't have common sense.
Yes,
Why they
everybody
question
do.
it?
But don't assume that they don't have them.
Oh, let me ask this question. I know it's going to be really controversial, but are any of you voting for Donald Trump again?
Ashley,
Out of all the
next channel.
questions to ask Ashley, I do not want to talk about his orange face.
Okay. All right. Well, so what do y'all think about R. Kelly?
Not him either. Not him either.
No, we gonna leave that
All righty. Somebody said
Not
no.
Michael Jackson either.
alone.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What did y'all cook tonight? There we go.
Everybody
We don't talk about
answer.
no food.
Somebody said, what y'all got planned for business graduation?
That's what I want to talk about.
Well, what you got planned?
I ain't got nothing planned, but what y'all got planned?
What is it?
It's May 9th.
That's that's right after my birthday.
That's a whole week after your birthday.
Okay.
I celebrate the entire
Oh my
month.
God.
Okay, so Jeffrey said, I'm 19, and my mom told me I have to contribute to the household starting 2020. Do any of the older kids help with the household? Because I'm not with that, only work part-time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do. We
Yes,
pay
yes, you
bills.
should.
Now, when they first started working, I wasn't with it, but Daddy was like, "Oh yes."
Oh no, absolutely. You wrong.
Yeah.
For one, it conditions you to be used to paying your bills.
Exactly.
Okay, and it teaches you to prioritize.
Mhm.
Okay, You don't want to get out there and have shelter shock when those bills come, and if you get a job that don't have benefits and paid days off and all that kind of stuff, and you know, sick leave, it teaches you how to manage your money. What comes first? My bills come first, and everything else I want to do comes after that.
You broke it.
Okay, and it teaches you how to be okay with not shopping all the time. Now I know y'all say, how you gonna say that? Well, because I get an allowance. That's now, but there was plenty of years that I couldn't shop, and y'all know that. I used to barely have $40 left out my check.
17 who said, "Hey, Darian."
I can't wait till I move out. Because I can't wait. I just want to decorate my house.
Pat say, "Jeffrey, you must not like to eat and see lice. Teaches you independence as well."
You can't be in your parents' house using your resources talking about you ain't helping pay bills. That's messed up.
And Jeffrey talking about, I'm eating oodles of noodles.
You can
now.
get him like $100 a month, $50 or $100 a month.
Yeah, do something.
Simple.
That's ungrateful. Standing in your parents' house and not helping them pay bills and you using our resources. That's not right.
My kids pretty much
and
have
expect me to wash their
everything
steel clothes.
they want. They got wash and dryer. They have cable. They have video games. They have cell phones. They have internet. They got everything. They eat what they want. They come and go as they please. As adults.
Then they said they hope you have a good birthday.
That's 17 who, I think 17 who been trying to holler at you for the longest since the baby shower. She been trying to holler at you for the longest and get that girl some attention.
But she ain't got no picture, so how he supposed to know what she look
She
like?
can send her a picture.
Girl, send that picture through the inbox. we gonna see.
And she's smiling. She knows she been trying to holler. Girl, send it to me. Girl, let's see what you look like. You gotta pass the test first. You can't be ugly.
Ashley.
Ignore, you know.
Where did I get you from? Oh my God.
Ignore Ashley. She don't mean that.
I know she ugly trying to holler at my brother. I know it.
You know what, Ashley? There's no such
I
thing
know,
as
Daddy.
ugly. Everybody just not gonna be a trait.
Well, you made it worse. You definitely made it worse.
Now I know she cute, girl. I know you cute, girl.
We all cute in our own way, okay? Somebody on here right now might think I look like the Great Pumpkin, but that's all right.
I know. So they may say I'm black as tar, and they got light skinned babies. They probably think my baby's mixed, but they ain't.
I don't know. He might be.
They all niggas.
Yeah, because I don't know where he got that hair
kids
from.
are all
Ashley had
niggas.
hair like that as a baby.
Man,
Exactly. I had good hair.
Up until
So
she was
Yeah,
about
you had good hair.
he looks like
up
his
until she
head
was
is
what, about
Habib.
5 years old.
His baby's not no Habib.
He looks like a Habib.
He
That's
Yeah,
West.
He look like an adorable little
and his
Middle
baby
Eastern
no
kid.
Western. Who we calling him that?
Ashley, you don't scared him.
Spit it out.
He can't eat. He
Stop! I'll smack you.
look.
That's nasty, ain't it?
He like the peach.
Yanni gave him some peach cobbler.
Oh my goodness.
It is, Rose. I know. I'm just messing. Y'all
She
know.
joking, y'all.
I made my daughter move out at 19 and she's 24 now, and thanks me for ain't nothing like your own.
I know that's right.
Well,
Thank you, Susan. She
I
said
want
we are
mine to go
beautiful.
when they're ready.
How do you determine what they contribute?
Well, depends on their income and what they asking for and what they doing. Okay.
The biggest one.
That's the peaches.
Somebody asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mary.
Hey, buddy.
How do you determine what
Linda asked that
each
question
adult,
again.
Well, it just depends on how much the bills come up to.
No, Emma, I
That's
disagree.
I don't handle that part. So it's according to your household and what you want.
baby?
I don't know,
What's that she
Emma.
got? Oh,
She
the
said
brush.
babies are always born with good hair. So was my
Some
son.
babies-
No,
They had them peas in their head.
no,
And some babies aren't born without any hair.
Yeah.
Some babies.
And when they get older, they have a head full of pretty hair. It just really depends.
Okay, Kiki said, Ashley, what do y'all think about anyone who stays in their family member's house? They could be parent, auntie, whoever, about them being responsible and helping. I think wherever you lay, you need to contribute. I don't care who house it is. You know, wherever you lay, you need to pay. Simple. Because if you was on your own, you still.
I mean,
pay.
nobody said you had to give up your whole check. You know, you just help out with the bills. Like,
I mean, be considerate.
Jeffrey
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"I get that I have to pay, but can I finish college first and I pay for what I need for school?"
oh yeah, then that's different.
That's
Well,
what I
that's-
meant to
me,
say.
I think that's
Well,
different.
look at it
I
like
know-
this. Look at it this way. If you were out on your own and you had to pay for college, the bill still comes.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to get used to. That just because you out on your own don't mean you're not gonna have an extra something gonna
And
come
listen,
up.
honey, they
You
don't
got
care.
to be okay with that.
They don't
Light
care.
and water, rent,
Here's the such
car
thing called
payment.
fixed income.
Yeah, some things you just
Yeah,
can't
charge.
avoid. So
No.
you gotta be able to know how
No,
to
you
deal with
can't. Trust me, being out on maternity leave and stuff, that's why I had to give me some Aflac, honey, because
Yeah,
these people,
yeah,
they don't care.
yeah.
They don't care if you out there had surgery, you done got hit by a bus. If you still breathing and you ain't been pronounced dead, they still gonna want them coins. Oh, I understand, ma'am. I'm so sorry about that, but when you gonna make that payment?
Yeah.
They
I'm
do
sorry,
not
I'm
care.
sorry.
Or they be like, well, you should have prepared for something like this. And,
Ooh.
we just need to know when you're gonna make the next payment.
Exactly.
The ones that's nasty, yeah, they come at you like that.
Uh-huh.
Linda, I have an adult child, but don't know how to determine. I guess it's based on what they making and what, like, let's say if you tell them every month, okay, you responsible for the light bill or whatever.
Or
They
you could
could
be
be
like,
like you some money for
yeah,
the light
or be
bill.
like, you every month you give me $100, or every month you give me 50,
or give me a
however
certain
much.
amount, because I know your paycheck gonna vary depending on your
My
hours.
friend
you
does
work.
that. She give her dad $150 a month towards whatever he wants to go towards.
Exactly, smiling. Ashley, you have me over here rolling. I know, girl. You know I'm playing, girl. I know you cute, girl. I can hang around y'all all day. Chad, yeah, we have to. That's right. Bills have to be paid.
Ashley, leave alone. Quit giving my baby that spoon. He need to learn how to eat peaches. Ashley,
You scared him.
you scared of nothing. You jumping him and wiping his mouth like he got a
You was really
Ebola or
crazy.
something.
Give him
Make sure you take him to the daycare tomorrow. 'Cause I'm sure gonna feed him when he come in.
Mama, don't know he not ready for that yet.
You don't know that.
He only 3 months.
What that supposed to mean?
I'll bring you some applesauce tomorrow.
That baby ready to eat. Ain't that right? Come here.
Since I seen you and your family in the video, yeah, and y'all were getting down.
It's getting me, y'all.
Yes, girl.
That's Danny gonna feed him. Show what you coming through tomorrow.
Mary said, first of all, when you're grown and you can walk in the house, turn on and off the lights, open the fridge, get what you want, wash your clothes, free detergent. He
Come on,
should
Mary.
mind contributing something.
Come on, Mary.
Go on, Mary. Put
Yeah, come
$20
on,
in. You can buy some detergent. It's
You
like
can buy the
$9,
toilet paper and laundry detergent every month. Do something. Yeah.
Oh, he said he live on campus.
Oh, what is?
Oh, well, maybe your
No,
mama
he was
need
talking
help,
about
Jeffrey. That's probably why she asking you. 'Cause she probably needs some help.
Just send her like food. I don't know.
Send her what you can.
Send her what you can. That's a good answer. Send her
Whatever,
what you can.
whatever won't break
Hey,
your back.
Angelic Warrior, how you doing? Thank you. Hey, everybody. That's what I had in mind to do. Okay.
Mhm.
Great. One, you are responsible for the cable.
Exactly,
You
Emma.
know, you're responsible for this. You're responsible for that.
Thank you, DC. Actually, do you believe your
DC
videos?
Kool-Aid.
Yes, I do, Sonia. Zaria is having the ball. You hear her, Stacy? Yeah, she right here. Wild
Ooh, he
child.
got me jacked up. You done already popped one. Well, messed up again the neck. I was cute today, y'all. I had on my little black dress, and he just pushed all down my chest. Corey, you need to go sit down in your room. You need or somewhere because you done started that cough.
It's coming in a second.
I babysat my godson on Friday, and his mother, Zaria, sent distilled water to mix with his formula. He had gas the whole time. Ashley helped. What kind of water should she use?
Don't ask
Ooh.
Ashley.
You know what? And what's good for tummy problems? You can use nursery water because I think they have, what is it, fluoride in it? Not fluoride. They have something in it for babies. Or you can I also, like, if I run out of it, I use Zephyr Hills bottled water. Don't get no baby no tap water because that water ain't right. But use you can use the bottled water. That's what I
Okay,
usually
thank you,
use.
DC. Get Auntie DC them too.
And for tummy problems, right now AJ has tummy problems. I have changed his milk 5 times, so right now he is on soy formula with Similac.
Good night,
And I
Charlotte.
also have gas drops for him. So yeah, it's just something that this baby's gonna have to work through. They always have gas.
Huh?
And sometimes, you know, babies may have colic. Yeah, and it could be the formula that's giving the baby gas. So you got to try to find something that's more sensitive, you know, for the fussiness and the gas.
Hey, Pisces.
My mama raised us with saying any of the males in the house must wear a shirt at all times. Risa, is that just old school?
Oh, she's talking about me.
In my house, we home.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Somebody intimidated.
For years, Darren and my dad walk around without no shirt on. I mean, it don't bother us. I mean, that's in certain households. Y'all do y'all. Ain't nobody judging the way y'all do it.
Go clean them up.
Okay, what else? You sitting there saying, "Oh,
I know.
I'm trying to get your attention."
Hold his head.
Uh-oh.
Zaria.
Oh, wow.
All right, yeah, we got a few more minutes. We about to get ready to go. This girl here done broke the thing.
I ain't gonna have no.
Oh, girl, 17. Who's taking up for you, Darren? Oh, I think she's talking about, oh, no, don't come for there. That's why you don't feed them home foods. Well, certain babies are.
Well, he don't get home foods.
No,
That was my
gets,
first time ever putting
he
anything in
gets
his mouth. He used to be gassing like that on breast milk. So I mean, like,
he's been a gassy baby since the day he popped out.
yeah. So,
but
that was the first time I had done that. So
yeah, and I'm just not starting to give him food, baby food.
So, and his stomach is starting to be a little settled than it used to be.
Yeah, that's why I just finally switched the formula to that soy, even though it's
New York Gamer, how you doing? We need to visit Trinidad.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, so what she threw?
Yes.
Oh,
all right.
Jalen, you
One
got
thing
him.
I can tell y'all is everybody need to stop and think about back in the day. Now, for those of y'all that's 40 and up, y'all already know. Back in the day, they didn't have all these new gadgets and new rules and regulations about feeding a baby. These kids now have more illnesses because of all this stuff that man has created than back in the day. Back in the day, you got either pet milk, carnation milk, or you got cow's milk or some type of milk that was fresh. Okay, they ain't have all that powdered cereal, all that processed food. You got some mashed potatoes, you got some mashed up green beans and peas. You got fed from the table with your grandma, your mom, and them fingers, cornbread and collard green juice or black eyed pea juice. Okay, and those are some of the healthiest children. You gotta stop. Let me tell you, you gotta think about what's best for your baby, what's best for your child, because doctors, everything that a doctor tell you don't work for everybody. Okay, just like some of y'all sit back and y'all criticize me about the stuff that Corey eat, but I guarantee you, yes, Corey got some issues, but he's growing and they can't believe it. He don't have to take any. He gets supplements, but it's just because of his heart. Okay, because he had surgery on all of that. But they can't believe how he's growing. Okay, Corey is now starting to try different foods. He's getting his taste back after 5 years after chemotherapy. He's eating corn now. Can y'all believe it? He eats the corn out the noodle cup.
I noticed that he don't dump it out no more.
No, and he's starting to do more things. So everything is not gonna work for everybody.
Right. Everybody's households are different. I was raised on pet milk and Karo syrup.
Come on, Ashley was a Karo syrup baby. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I put Karo syrup and cereal in every one of her bottles.
Because when you nowadays for the young people, when you take your baby to the doctor, you say how they're not sleeping at night, and they say, oh, well, you know, don't give them cereal, around this time. But when you up late at night with that baby and that baby hungry and waking up every hour on the dot, like you like, look, I'm gonna throw some cereal up in this bottle. I'm gonna throw some applesauce up in here, mix it with some fruit with a little carrot syrup.
They tell you don't give your baby water. Your body
It's
operates on
70%
water.
water.
Yeah, they do say that. They say don't get the baby water because the
sounds so
formula
stupid.
has enough water in it, or your breast milk has enough water in it. So they say don't give your baby
Tell that
extra
to
water.
Jesus. Okay. You need to, if you don't give a child water, they can't rinse their mouth out.
Right.
That's how they get
They
all
got
that milk
thrush.
stuck to their tongue, to the cheeks of their mouth,
Yeah.
and they start to get yeast infections and all of that. Okay. And yes, washing bottles correctly will cut down on yeast.
Oh, I know a
and all
lot
that.
of doctors say that. Like my kid's doctor has said that
Yes.
about not giving them food at a certain age. Yeah, but they I'm telling you.
That,
You see him on
even
camera?
with Corey, when he was a baby, they used to be like, "Don't give him water." Then, oh, you will tell. You will
Yep.
tell.
Because I'm like, you ain't up with me late at night when I'm dealing with this baby
Even
starving.
with Darian, when Darian was a baby, they used to tell me not to give him certain things. Darian was, I promise y'all, Darian was 3 weeks old, and I had to put food in his bottle. He was so greedy. Nothing will hold him. You could give him a bottle, and 10 minutes later, he's screaming because he's hungry, because he be done peed it out.
And
right.
it worked.
And that breast milk, that don't
And
stick to
it
them
worked
at
perfectly.
all.
Let me give y'all a little
They
example.
That breast milk out.
It
Yep.
worked perfectly. Let me give y'all an example. I have had the flu only one time, and I'm going to be 27 years old. Also, I only get sick once a year. The last time I went to the hospital for an injury was almost 11 years ago. It was 2008, the last time I went to the hospital for an injury. I don't think I've ever had an actual broken bone. I've fallen and everything, and all of that is.
Got hit by a car. And
I've been hit by a car and walked and rode my bike to school. I'm dense, and that's because of the stuff that I ate and stuff that I wasn't allowed
Yeah,
to.
I
they
didn't
say
follow traditional rules with him.
No.
Some people, you do have to start feeding these babies cereal bottles at 2 weeks old because they starving. These kids come out ready to eat.
And that's what we're trying to tell you about him. You're gonna have to give him food.
I do give him food, Darian.
Look how he looking at
Look at it. He said,
He ate from a spoon yesterday. He was tearing up the applesauce. Ain't that right?
He said, yeah.
I put him in his bumbo seed and he was eating that
Darian,
that
I had
food.
to put in at 3 weeks old, I put a tablespoon of the applesauce and rice cereal that was in the jar, the first stages. I had to put a tablespoon and 4 ounces of milk at 3 weeks old. Because otherwise, he was screaming all night from being hungry.
Mm-hmm.
All night.
It works.
I couldn't use the rice cereal in the box because it would constipate him. So I would get it in the jar with the fruit already in it.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do. Now I know some of y'all worried about constipation, but give them that fruit. That'll help them with their system.
You give them water. That's like you as a person. If you don't drink enough water, you gonna get constipated.
Because I noticed his stool is starting to harden up too, and he was struggling the other day.
Get your man. Get your man. Get your man. Listen, they get it.
DC say Nick was eating whatever I chewed up.
I know that's right, DC. I know that's right. And guess what? They be strong.
And I'm perfectly healthy.
And my granny, man, bring that baby here.
I'm 5'6", 140 pounds.
They changed. Ashley couldn't drink no milk that was on the market. My grandma, I was at my grandma's house one day, and she said, "Pull that milk down the sink and get that milk out of the refrigerator and fill that bottle up." Gave it to Ashley. She was 4 months old. I promise you, she didn't throw up no more. She didn't even throw up after that bottle. But you used to give her that infant formula. It projectile throw up every bit of it would just come right back up. My granny gave her that milk, and she didn't throw up no more. The doctors kept trying everything. We're gonna try this, but they never once said give her cow's milk. They just kept saying no, give her this, give her that. We tried every formula. We tried soy formula. We tried this. We tried that. Even the carnation milk in the can, she couldn't take that. But that whole milk, she kept it down. And I promise you, she blew up within a week. She was just as chunky. Ashley had rolls on top of rolls. I used to have to peel her skin back to wash her.
Now you have to feed them. Yeah, I gave my son cereal and milk at 2 months old. He's 24 years old now. It doesn't hurt. You have to get rest.
That baby dessert was good. Some of them are, but some of them, y'all know the ones I don't like. I never fed my children that chicken in the jar.
Yeah, I don't
like
think I gave that to Zaria either.
The chicken and the turkey smell like dog food.
Yeah. Shout out who?
I don't know
somebody
who that is. Don't be
That
repeating
was
everything
baby
you
food.
see on there. Hey, how y'all doing?
I don't know what that saying.
What that say?
That ain't that
Marshall
name.
Gupta, how you doing? I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. You won't have me saying a chant.
Yeah, carrots are good too.
What
Carrots,
is it?
yeah.
Good about for babies.
Carrots and sweet.
Quit, Zaria.
She having a ball. I read that soy formula gave the little boys cancer.
Oh Lord, don't tell me that now.
It could. Anything can give you cancer.
Child, the foods that we eat now.
Anything can give you cancer
Everything
these
all
days.
processed and cold.
Everything, there's a chemical in it. If it's not naturally, organically grown, it has, or you make it yourself, it has a chemical
That's
in it
why
that
I
can
don't
make
take any
that can
medicine
give
like
you
that.
something.
I will take headache medicine or something like that, but I don't take medicine.
I know that's right. Nikita say she feed her babies. They be all up at night. You better chew up some chicken and give it to that baby. Yeah. At least it'll taste right. It won't smell like dog food.
You can't hold me. Hey.
Look at 17 who. I know that's right, Darian. 17 who. You just need to go ahead and email Darian.
I know. I don't see
You
what
just need
she
to go ahead and
wants.
email
Lord,
Darian.
what happened now?
She
She on your team.
She don't like
that's
Yeah.
Team Darian.
Yeah, she like you, Darian. He's single. He ain't got nobody,
Why you had to say
Nobody.
that?
And he ain't in no hurry. That's the thing.
and he's not in a hurry either.
Darian have older women after him
Oh,
and younger women.
That's true.
And you know, don't tell me about it because I go talk to
Patricia
them.
say 17 who and put up a pic.
There
Okay.
you go. Put
Just
up a
in
pic
it.
so we all can see. Because if you're gonna be in the family, we need to know what you look like.
I know she gonna be pretty. Having some
You
pretty
can't come
babies.
to family gatherings and we don't know who you are.
And you
We
like,
stop
hey,
at the
girl,
door. We check IDs and social
you
security
could be a
cards.
whole alien.
Everything got the
I'm
match.
sorry, too.
Yeah.
That's
Mom, I got a question though. Remember when I was working at Walmart and I was messing with that older lady? Why you somebody else?
I don't like that. It is gross.
I was 22.
I still don't
How old
like
that lady was there?
She was
85.
37.
She was.
I was
Ain't nothing wrong with
22.
that.
I was 22 and she was
Give me a paper
37. Why
towel,
is that
Jalen.
gross?
It's
Mama
gross
don't
to
like
me.
that. You know that.
I can't tell you who to like. But it's
17
gross to
who?
me.
How old are you?
As long as you ain't dating somebody younger
She
than
said she
you,
gonna
like,
be 27 in October.
if you can't date nobody that's 19 and under.
Mary
That's
said,
called
tell them
being a
old
pedophile.
bags stop being thirsty. He a young man. Okay.
What?
Miss Kendra said, that's not gross.
17 who 26.
Oh, okay.
It
girl.
is gross to me. That's my son. But he can do whatever he wants.
I like older men.
Kendra.
How old?
That woman was
Old.
that woman was my age
Who?
and wanted to date my son. And I was like, oh no.
Who?
Whoever
That woman you talking about at Walmart. That was right.
Not your age.
Hey, for
When you were
praying.
22,
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
she was 37. Did you say that?
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. That wasn't that long.
Okay, 5 years ago, I was how old?
You finna be
I was
40.
40.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a few years apart. That's my age, doggone.
I ain't
Ain't
seen
like
that
she
long
was
with it.
20.
Mama, she was fine. It wasn't that
I
long
don't
with
care. She was fine. But
Hey.
like I said, I can't tell you who to like.
Ain't nothing wrong with dating old people.
Patricia said, y'all, I had a 90-year-old man tell me he was interested in me. I feel like throwing up.
Now that's too
Nah,
old.
that's-
No.
that's
Oh
pushing.
my God.
That's great granddaddy age. right there.
Kamika said, why do you like older men, Biscuit?
Because guys my age, they got too much going on. Like 9 times out of 10, usually younger guys, they want kids, they just want to, party and be at, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Do the nasty and stuff. That's all they care about. I don't know.
Out here starting to bop.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
One to the next.
Danny May.
Need somebody mature, know what they want.
Hey, boo.
Cat B said she's 29 and always they older.
That's right.
90. Yeah. Okay, he need to be in the old folks home. Talking about dating somebody.
That's a sugar daddy. You just go, ooh. I
Hey,
just
hold on,
can't.
wait a
I
minute
be
now.
like,
He might be trying to get that money with somebody.
I wouldn't care, but that's a stretch to
Trying
get
to
to.
get that trust fund with somebody.
I know everybody want to be secure in life, but I sure
Say what?
want it that way right there.
What is Oh, DC say old men give you worms. LOL, that's what
I
my grandma
wanted to
used
say that, but I didn't. That's what they used to say back in the day. They give you behind worms.
Somebody said Nora say leave them fossils alone.
Not fossils.
Mm-mm.
She said fossils.
Cause you keep sitting in my seat.
Should you push?
I push her. I lightly pulled her out of the way.
No,
Because the first time I said, excuse you.
Hey, you say excuse me. Each time, okay?
I did the first
Say, don't
time.
teach them bad habits. Say excuse me. Thank you. Ain't that right? Papa Smurf. What she got there?
What time is it?
She got a big seat.
Yeah.
Let me get ready to go home.
She don't do.
I guess I got them. I got worms then.
Who is that?
Oh, Miss Kendra Dawn, 12 years older than me.
Kendra.
What do you mean?
Your man ain't
He
in the
ain't 90
90s.
years old.
We talking about 90s.
You not 20 years old dating a 90-year-old man. That's what we talking about. You know, back in the day, that's what our grandmothers used to say. When you date a man, if you in your
If
early
he old enough to be your
20s,
granddaddy.
he old enough to be your great-great-granddaddy.
Hello, guys.
You know, let me tell y'all something. It don't matter what I think. It don't matter what none of us think. Whatever makes your boat float. It don't sit right with me for my son, okay, with a woman my age, wanting to date him. But I don't have to like him. As long as she treat him right. That's where I'm coming from. Okay? I don't have to like him. It's not that I'm going to mistreat her or anything like that. But I'll be like, that's just like my girls. I wouldn't, I mean.
DC said she with you, Risa. It's just sickening.
I feel the same way about Biscuit. If a 56-year-old man coming here, my baby 25 years old,
I would
I'm
not
looking at
date
him.
that old anyway.
Granddaddy.
Not that old.
If you don't take your senior citizen behind back out there, no ma'am. I could be being judgmental, okay, or whatever y'all want to say, but that wouldn't sit right with me.
You got to worry about if he gonna drop dead in a few years. I ain't nobody got time for that.
No, that don't mean that.
Okay, sorry.
I just can't, y'all. I'm gonna stay over here in my lane.
17 who said, what is your maximum age limit, Biscuit? For dating?
30. Early 40s.
Ooh. Look at mama. Early 40s. I just saw what you said.
What's wrong?
Y'all relax, I'm joking. But definitely in the 30s.
Mary said wearing his
Like
pants
35.
No, ma'am.
Yes. What?
She said she want a nana.
Nah.
Exactly, Black Candy just said he on his way out. Why would you put yourself through that? Thank you. He on his way to the upper room.
Girl, not only that, he might have children her age.
Grandchildren.
That might be a bad situation right there. You know.
And then to keep the grandkids.
All right,
You get
all right,
mad.
y'all. I'm getting ready to head out. See ya. It was fun. We had 262 people.
We did.
You still gonna be on here? You finna get off?
I'm gonna sit here for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna hop on.
Like, yeah, I was too before she actually.
You know,
Give me my eyeglasses. Cause I know you will walk off, and it'll be a whole.
See at night.
Oh, I can't even see.
I
Yeah,
know
take them. I can't even see out of them no more.
Yes, you can.
I can't. Everything was blurry.
Well,
I know that's right.
let me make 20.
If you old enough to be that person's mama or daddy, that's not good. Rose, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, April. Hey, Prithorn. Hey, Shanice. How you doing, Sanyu?
She gonna sit there and she gonna be a Darian.
17 who? They want to know, are you going to send Darian that picture?
I know she around here.
Hey, Kamika. Hey, Burn.
Somebody snatched my brother off the market.
Do you hear Ashley over there co-signing? Hey, Connie. Ashley over there. She rooting for you, 17 who? Kim K. She looking at stability. I understand that. That's why I want her to get herself stable first, because you don't want to depend on nobody else's stability. Okay. Shoot. Stability can get your feelings hurt. Okay. If you're going into a relationship, you go into it because you care and you want to be committed. Stability is something you can provide for yourself. Okay. No, I didn't make macaroni today. Macaroni and cheese. Hey, Lady Marion. I already did it in the past. You did.
What she said?
She sent. Who you sent the email to? Did you send it to me?
Go check your email real quick.
Hey, Annette.
She said she sent it.
Who you sent it to? I don't remember.
A while back. Girl, let me get on this email. Wait,
my phone got to be on.
They wanted to talk to him before?
No,
yeah,
that's the
baby shower 17 who was trying to holler at him.
Yeah, but it's another one.
It was another one, the Asian girl.
Yeah, she's a flight attendant.
Yeah. Oh, she was cute.
Girl, bacon. Okay, girl. Girl, let me get on that. What? Oh, she's saying Darian.
Oh, hey, Rhonda.
So what? His Facebook? Rhonda? His Facebook?
Girl, send it to my email real quick. Come on, 17.
Send it to mama email. Somebody.
She said she sent it to his email.
Darian,
ask Darian. He didn't get that. You got to send it to me. I don't think Darian even. Kim said you too funny. Talking about on his way to the upper room.
Girl, that's where he's going. His old behind. You better hope he got some life insurance. That's the only way I'm gonna marry an old man.
She gonna have to send it again.
Girl, yeah, send it again, girl.
Send it to my mama's.
Send it to mine, RisaRich6@gmail.com.
17 who? What's your Gmail? Or your email?
Pass it. No, send it to her.
Girl, 17 who? Girl, trying to get you up in there. Where you from? Where you live at?
So it's
you coming to the meet and greet?
I'm like 2 years older than your child.
So what? So is it cool to date someone like 2 years older
than your child? Ooh. I can't say if that's cool for you, baby. I can't tell you that. I know God has a mate for everybody. Everybody have their own standards, their own likes and their dislikes. I can't tell you that. Now, I can't say that. You know, because just like I believe that you can date outside your race, there's a lot of people don't believe in dating outside their race. I believe you better take the limits off of God, okay? I don't have to like my son like an older. No, it ain't the heart. We're gonna do what's right. God created us all. He didn't put nothing in the Bible say black folks date blacks, white date whites. No, he didn't. We are all his children. Somebody gonna stay single the rest of their life because they put limits on the Lord. Okay, that's all I got to say.
It was 170.
Just like I say. You eat your nana. You got your nana.
Oh, this shit don't be found.
Let me see.
This is 17.
Let me see, Ashley.
They found the email.
Oh.
Ain't no picture attached.
Yeah, check.
I'm scared. Where is it?
Let me see. That's talking about she's scared. Okay, open up.
I swear, if that's a man, I'm gonna be mad.
No, it ain't no. Oh, right here. Click it. No, click the image. Your phone raggedy.
Yeah, it ain't open. It ain't open.
Somebody smell like fish.
I just ate a crab leg.
No, it's my phone.
I'm about to say.
Oh my gosh, Ashley.
Go bang.
Ashley,
No.
Especially
Hello.
We trying to get the picture to open up.
We found the email, girl.
I got to get up in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, go get ready for bed.
Go get ready for bed. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me. Let's go.
Hey, Frugal Nisa. We can't get the picture to open up.
Let me see. You ain't clicking it right.
Yes, I am.
We ain't gonna say your government, but yeah, girl, we
You
got
seen
it.
the picture? You know how to get it open?
Oh, it.
I'm making me nervous.
I'm scared.
Stop.
Why you?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yes. Chocolate.
Yes.
Yes.
You, Darian.
17. 17.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. That's. Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Go back to the email. Girl, you cute, girl. And you chocolate. I like you already, girl. Oh, there it is. Click on the other email. Oh, okay. What you think, Darian?
She cute.
Yeah.
Girl, go with your little cute self.
Hey, girl, you ain't ugly, girl.
I swear.
Go stand in the corner.
Go.
Right there. Put your nose in the corner.
Look.
Look how she want to know what's wrong with her mama. Ah.
So then you gonna holler at her because you were emailing that girl back and forth. And what happened?
Where's 17? Who was that?
He was just.
Yeah, you answered
You just
that.
said.
Yeah, you were emailing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you say, yeah, don't want to hear this.
Hey, Laura.
You stupid.
Oh, Zaria said, hey. Hey, look, there's Byron Prevo, Darian. Byron Prevo, Miss Pat's son. Miss Pat came to the meet and greet and brought her 2 sons. Her son.
Okay, now I know who you
Oh, there you go. That's one of her sons in the comment section. Ashley, you still a mess. All capital letters. That's right. She a hot mess. We can see y'all in the mirror. Come here. You gonna talk, Gemma? Hello. Say hello. Do y'all get offended by me not having on a shirt or something? What is that? Y'all look at me on TV with no shirt on and be drooling and carrying on. He in the house. Look, Pat said she gonna start the background check. I know that's right, Pat.
Yeah, she cute.
She say, thanks, y'all. Have me on the floor dang. Girl, 17 cute. I'm 17 cute.
She cute. She chocolate, girl. And she got some hair on her. I like it because she chocolate. What?
That sounds like an actual song.
I'm trying to think what
I think she's saying the wheels on the bus. Is it? No. All through the town, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The baby on the bus go swish, oh swish, 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 swish. The windshield wipers go swish, 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 all through the tune. Okay, the horn on the bus go beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus go beep, 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 all through the town. The baby on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The baby on the bus go wah, 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 all through the town. The mommy on the bus goes. The baby on the bus goes. All through the town.
Yes,
Come on, the empty bitch spider, put up the water spout.
you on the wrong
Down
side.
came the rain and washed the spider out. Out comes the sun and dries the falling rain. And you get to this. I know, right?
Round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
Yeah.
Swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. Get it, get it. The horn on the bus go beep, 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 beep.
All the time.
Yay! She finna start over.
Baby,
Come on, Zaria. Let's ride. She gonna be here all night.
Look at that head. That's what tripping me out.
Johnny, eating candy, telling lies, open wide. Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, mommy shark, mommy shark, Daddy shark, daddy shark,
Daddy shark.
grandma shark, grandma shark, grandpa shark,
Oh, it's okay, Jan. You wasn't the only person that said something, baby. It's okay. What's all right? About the shirt. She want to do the wheels.
girl.
Come on, Ashley. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The washers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The washers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The horn on the bus go beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus go beep, 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 all through the town.
She's so loud.
That was Corey loud. too. Let me get my papers. Did somebody turn the air off?
I don't know. It's just real
Turn
moist
that
in here.
fan on a minute. I'm a little. Yeah, baby. Do 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 baby shark do 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 baby shark. You heard nobody finish. You sing. Stop. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do.
What they saying?
Good night, blessed by the Lord. A singing child is a happy child. Right. Hey, where's Janae?
Janae.
What's some of those songs I used to bring home and y'all used to do when I worked at the daycare? Which one you talking about?
The one we used to do.
Tiptoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to rush shorts.
Yeah. What was it? No.
The dude used to be like skate.
Boy, my class was loving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hop.
We used to love that. Oh my God, that first choice. I know we used to.
Yeah. Look, Jayla found it.
Oh, that's it. Come on, help her. What it is, walking? It's walking, right?
Yeah, walk. Come here with the phone.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Get out and do it, Gandy.
you gotta go.
It's called Listen and Move.
Yeah. Right the horse. You know what?
I used to do this with my class, and Ashley and them used to be there.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Ready, Jenny? You gonna do it?
Dude, the bear is sleeping.
Oh,
The bear.
Yeah. This is it.
Everybody used to take off running.
The bear is awoken. Dude, the bear woke up.
Thank you, Mamisha. The
The
whole class.
The bear woke up.
Hey, Andrew. What was the next one?
Skate. You still like this girl hammer on back. Girl. Look at Zari. Girl, listen, what it is, boy. Bring back memories. I don't know how old I was. What else? 5, bro? Oh, yeah, boy. Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
Good exercise. We need to start doing this on Sundays when we get together. Get us some exercise.
Hey, I'm like
Yeah, a rabbit. Oh, she pointed at the rabbit. You got a
You
rabbit
know,
right now.
What's the next one? Oh, this one you had to remember.
Yeah,
He wouldn't
he
tell you
won't
what
say
it was.
nothing. Oh, Walter.
Thank you, Kamiko Miller. Well, I am so glad. Hey, P. Adams. Oh, hold on. It's on top chat. No wonder some of the comments ain't coming through. It's got to be on live chat.
That's you staring.
dude, look at Taylor.
That was our favorite tiptoe and run. Taylor, how did you find it?
She did
I
it before.
just looked up children's snakes.
Oh,
Smart.
Oh! Run!
And she got a family.
yes.
Mommy, the bear is awake.
She doing just like this. That's not even running.
What you say? The two-step.
The Nigerian two-step.
Good night, Stacy Jenkins. Have a good night, sweet pea.
Look at you. I'm not gonna play.
Look.
Come on, sorry, you lady. Where your shoes at?
That's that peach cobbler. Where your shoes, Mama?
Mom,
You don't know?
look. I'm skating.
Oh, here they go.
Okay. Save that. Because I want to, we're going to have to do something with that.
Yeah, me too. Come here. Here, boy. Where you at? Put your
Don't
shoes
be
on.
upset.
Who?
Somebody say they are upset because of a guy and you guys help a lot. Well, I hope you feel better. It's gonna get better. The same way. Don't let him take your energy like that. Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black. Oh, I used to love that.
And slide, baby one, baby two, baby.
Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Come on, boo boo.
She ought to sleep good.
I know, right?
Where's Papa?
Daddy!
No, the baby.
Oh, he right here looking.
I can't turn y'all around so y'all can see because we're on the computer. Get somebody to walk you outside.
Janae,
Your hands full.
come on me at the door.
Did she say why?
Yes. Get that tray from off the table. What she? Get that tray of food off the table right there.
Good night, sweet Mary. Hey, Malika. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
All right, Mama.
See you later.
See you tomorrow. I might be a little early because I got started tomorrow.
They can't open that early.
Okay.
Y'all, I got out of working in childcare and still in childcare. I'm like, oh my gosh. I feel like I've been to a family gathering. Well, thank you. We all family, y'all. We hanging in here together. Y'all know you have friends that have become family. Yeah. That's you guys. I'm going to put these. I've been trying to redecorate my bathroom. So when Ashley first came on, that's where I was in my bathroom trying to redecorate. And I found these circles, these mirrored circles for $4.96 at Walmart. And I'm going to try to put them in my bathroom some kind of way on the wall. I can't find my hooks, my little ball hooks that I had. I can't find them. I don't know where they at. Feel like I've been to a family. Tell me too. Tell you too what, Cat? Cat. Okay, I was just about to say with all these STDs that HIV running around, no matter. I hear these songs every day, all day from my grandkids that's 2 years old. Like she, right. And you know, I used to hear them all the time when I worked in childcare, y'all. I started out working with infants and toddlers. And over the years, what I did is, it was 16 years, I believe. For 16 years, I started out with infants and I ended up with the school kids. So my last 9 years, I taught preschool. And when I tell you, I used to have so much fun. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed going to work, especially when I worked at First United Methodist Church. Hey, Cowboy too. And that song that Janae was dancing to, that's where I would have that song with my class. And then, you know, when they were with the big kids, they would put that on in the afternoon when everybody's waiting on their parents to come, and they would be in the multi-purpose room. So we had this really, really large room that the school kids would gather in, and they would just do activities and stuff. We had, it was just, but as time got on, like my last 4 years of, or really my last, I'm gonna say my last 2 years of teaching preschool, it just didn't feel the same no more. It just was, I don't know. It felt more like I was forced to do something that I know didn't feel right to me, because I feel like this: all children learn differently. And I was used to catering my schedule to the way the kids behave, you know. Hey, Hub, how you doing? Would I go back to it? No. Everything has changed because it's the rules and regulations now as far as preschool is concerned. Now, would I own my own facility? If I didn't have to work in a classroom, yes, I would go back to it. If I could own my own facility, and if I could have my own curriculum and my own way of teaching, I would. because I want to get back to the basics. I don't want the kids to be left behind, but I believe in starting with you got to learn how to be still. I know all kids, some of them are hyper, but there's different ways to deal with that. When you got 3 or 4 kids come in the morning and they out of sorts, try to find out. I believe in catering to the kids, okay? I believe in nurturing the kids. We can not do all of that structured stuff, and we can sit down that day and we can choose some reading activities. We could do some hands-on table activities. We could even do some cooking experiences that still deal with learning, but to not make them feel like they stuck, because even when you're reading, yes, there's redirection. I like to read a story, and if I see a child that can't be still, I could call their name in the story where there's a child's name. So if it's Tom's name and I see Devontae, he's fidgety. So and so something, instead of saying Tom, I can call Devontae's name. So Tom would normally pick up the scepter. So I can call Devontae's name. Devontae, he picks up the scepter and he turns John into a frog, and I would hand Devontae the scepter, which would basically get his attention. It would draw him into the story and have him kind of back on track. I like to do stuff like that. I believe in taking my time feeding children. You don't know how somebody's household was the night before or that morning. We may have woke up late and everybody wasn't able to get breakfast. Let these kids sit down and eat. Sit down and eat as much as you can. After that, we can go outside. We can burn off some of that energy. Then we can come back and we can do some learning time. I believe in that ABC wall. Each child has to go through that ABC wall, even if they don't know them all. We're going to try. We're going to go through that ABC wall. And as you complete your ABCs, then you go and you got to sit down to the table and you got to trace those letters. Okay. We're going to get some hand-eye coordination. I'm going to see it. I'm going to read it. And then I'm going to write it. Once you finish tracing, okay, or writing them, because some kids take a longer time to develop writing on their own. Once you finish, then you can put your paper and your pen in the box, push your chair up, and you can move your clip to the next activity. And then you can go choose an activity to go to. That's just me. But now it's like they want you to stay on schedule. They want you to do this. They want you to do that. They got 10 different agencies that's coming in, being involved. My mind don't work like that. Okay. I ain't got time for all that. And it got to the point where I believe in taking care of children the same way I would take care of my kids at home. They, I comb their hair. I make sure they face clean. I make sure they nose clean. Keep their shoes tied. If they mess up their clothes, they need to have an extra pair of clothes. And we always had a washing machine and dryer at the facility. Wash their clothes. Now if they have an accident, if they over a certain age, we can't touch them. Okay. But we had the big tub where they can sit in there and they can bathe themselves, dry themselves off, and put their own clothes on. If they're in diapers, that's a horse of a different color. But being able to nurture, because nobody wants to have an accident and you got to stay in school and you got to sit off by yourself and everybody know you done did something. You know what I mean? No, that's just me, y'all. That's just me. I have to go back and watch the video just now to the end. Thank you, Dorothy, for joining us. Parents need to be parents at home. Well, you know what? Some parents, this is the truth, per me. Not everybody was raised the same way. Okay. So the way somebody else taught, somebody else might not be taught that way. So that's why we are supposed to, that's why it takes a village to raise children. Okay. I can't sit there and not nurture this child because I'm getting paid to do it. No. At the end of the day, they left in my care. Now, when they go home, it's on mama. But one thing I learned of 16 years of working with other people's children, it was a blessing to me to be able to pour into those children's lives And I promise y'all, it feels so good to me when they see me out and about and they don't forget me. You know what I mean? Here, and they grown now. They teenagers, huh? They teenagers now, meaning on their way to college. And they see me out and about, and I'll be like, y'all don't, I know you don't remember me. And they be like, yes, I do, Miss T. And it feels so good. They were little, like 2 and 3 and 4 years old. And I haven't seen them, and they're now 18 and 19 years old. And they remember me. And I'm like, it does. You have an opportunity everywhere. That's why you have to be intentional. You have an opportunity every time you are involved in somebody's them, no matter how small somebody might think it is or insignificant, is how you treat somebody. I used to take some of them home with me when I did, to keep them from having to pay extra fees. I know how it was as a parent that I'm caught in traffic, and if they've been there for a while and they trust me like that, I've had some of them that I've taken home with me. And I just tell them, come get them from my house, so you don't have any fees. I would sign them out. I would tell them, you got to give the director permission for me to sign them out for you, all of that. And it just, I don't know, y'all. I feel like it's just something that's needed today to go back to the grounded roots. Everything is so computerized. Everything is so fast paced. I want to create an environment to where we can slow down, where kids can walk in the grass barefoot. They can walk in the sand barefoot, okay? Because everybody's so nice, nasty. Everybody got hand sanitizer here and this, that, and the other. You're killing off the good and the bad germs. Yes, we all need to learn hand washing. We need to learn how to do this, but being able to experience the five senses, the sense of smell, the sense of taste, the sense of sight and hearing and touch, feeling, you know what I mean? Thank you, Kiki Boo. It's not easy to create an atmosphere with two loving parents, because a lot of people don't really know what love is. You know what I mean? They don't really know what love is. They don't really know what caring is. They don't know what commitment is. They don't know what sacrifice is. They don't know what it takes for a marriage. When you say for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, for sickness, and in health, it means something happened. The money funny, this, that, and other, and y'all ready to run tail. It's hard to do that. It really is. And if you don't, let me go. You're right about it. The hyper. It's very disturbing. I had to complain for the first time yesterday after 6 months after being very patient. I understand. I understand. I understand. I really do. I understand. But you got to understand too. You're going to have teenagers that have children. And children at the age of 4 are going through a transition stage. At the age between 4 and 5, the eating habits change. Their energy changes. Their mood swings. All of this stuff, just like teenagers, go through crazy stuff. That's that No Child Left Behind crowd is messed up schools. Yes, it has. And if at any point I don't know what kind of building you have, but if at any point, if you have an apartment, if you have more than just the 2 apartments, you and that person, if at any point you have an apartment on a lower level that might have enough bedroom space and things like that for that mama to move downstairs, why don't you do that? If that's something if it's in your heart to do, because kids gonna run. Kids are not gonna tiptoe through the house, and I would hate to see a bad relationship form between the two of you as landlord and tenant because of the noise. Is it some kind of floor barrier you can put down that can, you know, muffle out the sound of the little feet or what, you know, because I know I lived upstairs. I had no choice. That's the only apartment I had. And I had 3 little kids. And that's why I believe in putting carpets on the floor. If I got to put 2 or 3 rugs, get the padding to put down there, something to muffle out that sound. Because no matter what you do, kids don't believe in walking. They don't. You say then wait for to have children. You're right. You're right. And when it says when you come down to waiting to have children, what does that mean? What does that look like to wait to have children?
Mom, somebody puts ice cream in mommy's, in Mia's room.
Okay, tell Mia and Jalen to get it up for me. What does that mean? It means no sex. Basically, if somebody is not ready for all of that, as you say, they need to wait to have children. It's not up to us whether we wait. It's something that we're going to have to choose. Hey, Christine, we're going to have to choose not to do something because God is the only one that gives life. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care how many times a day you do it. I don't care how strong, as they say, your swimmers are. And I don't care how many eggs you release. If God don't say so, it don't happen. So if you're not in the act, it won't happen. Okay? That's for real. Have you considered writing these teaching programs down and packaging them into products that you can sell to both homeschoolers and because these days they have their own ideas of what works and what don't, and they're getting away from the traditional teachings, and so yeah, that's a horse of a different color. It's not too many even homeschoolers. If you are homeschooling your child, you already doing this. Some people are, but no, I had never thought about that. This is just my personal experience. Common Core doesn't allow me. This never gets lost in the dark, baby. Fingernail polish. It actually, I believe it glows in the dark. I think it glows in the dark. I don't know, but it does get real bright at some point. It's not doing it right now, but it kind of gets neon. I agree, Lisa and James. I'm a teacher, from Ohio, in a kindergarten class, and they want them to be so structured at such an early age. You got the rest of your life to be structured. Let them get some of that energy out. Do more exercise, meaning more dancing activities, more activities with their hands, with teaching them basics like do more science and math and reading skills with doing hands-on cooking experiences. You know what I mean? Not so much computers and some structured things, like they don't even believe in giving kids ditto sheets anymore, like the alphabets tracing. Visual hand-eye coordination. That's teaching hand-eye coordination. Being able to follow those dotted lines. Okay. Being able to learn how to form. It's helping them to look and to follow. Okay. Not only that, when you look at that, when you're doing that and you're reading from left to right, it's enhancing that left to right, because you got some kids freehand when they get to writing, they start writing their letters from right to left. You ever see somebody make a letter and they start out on the left side, on the right side instead of the left, making an A? No, they start out on this side, and the first line look like an H. You don't know what they're getting ready to write. So certain things, I believe in printed off sheets for tracing. I believe in giving blank paper for free creativity. I believe in giving ditto sheets with circles on them, lots of circles, and letting them create something. I believe in giving them paper, pen, paint, all of that. If you give them a ditto sheet, like I gave my class one time, it was around Easter, printing out sheets of ducks on long pieces of paper, and they had to create a picture, use their imagination. I had one parent tell me Why it look like that? A duck is not supposed to be red. That's free expression. If that person is using their creative juices and letting them flow. If she wants her duck to be red, you got to see it for what it is. It's her art. It's her expression of what's inside of her. And you got to accept that. She wants her duck to be red. Okay. But the mama was not happy. No, that duck is not. I was like, but that's what creativity comes in there. You're building, you're letting them have that freedom to create. They know as they grow older that ducks are this color, that color. But with creative expression, you can create something that can draw the eye to something else. You can, you know, it stimulates the imagination. They do want kids to be seen and not heard. I teach first grade and they want them to write narratives. Yes, already. They need basic phonics and spelling skills. They don't teach these anymore. They do not. They do not. Not at all. They do not. This new math they have is suck. I mean, for real. I'm like, are you serious? Do not put so much pressure on these kids. 1 + 1 = 2. They don't need to go put, they got to break this down, and then no, they got to do all of that. No. It's stupid. It really, if you don't do what they want, the administration is in your classroom. That's right. You are so right, James. That's just why I don't want to go back. Exactly. And expensive for kids that are on IEPs. Right. They also have curriculum coaches for the teachers. Isn't that something? The teacher got to have a coach. That lets you know right there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. Yes, they have to write a short story. But isn't that ridiculous? That is ridiculous. Who needs to write a short story about math? Who needs to write all of this mess down? That's time consuming. It is. That's why people crazy today. Because their mind all scrambled up. There's no basics. They need to go back to the basics. Saying prayer at the beginning of every day. Yes, ma'am. That should it's gotta be. You gotta go ahead and open up the door. He's standing at the door, waiting on you to open it to let him in. If they got to be there for 8 hours, you got 8 whole hours to spend doing something. There should be, in each class, there should be a time of, that's why I say kids should be able to eat in the classroom. Because that should be the time that the teacher and the children sit down and they conversate. Y'all know when you have those families that sit down at the table eating dinner and you sit there and you have a conversation. It brings people closer together. Okay. It creates the opportunity of self-expression. You know, because if you sit down and the children over food, people get relaxed over good food. Okay. And then kids will begin to talk more. You might even have a child that might have had something going on at home, you know, and they're able to talk about it. And you can love on them and encourage them that it's going to be okay. Not to be in somebody's business, but just to open up that dialogue. Y'all can talk about a movie. You could talk about a book that y'all read yesterday. You could talk about anything. That's why I feel like every classroom, that first classroom in the morning, breakfast should be in each classroom. And it should be an hour long. After the breakfast is given out, not soon as they get in the classroom and then they hand out breakfast because somebody's going to have a shorter eating time. It should be an hour long. An hour. That should give, hey, Miss Lady Lee, that should give everybody a chance to eat. That should stimulate conversation. If somebody don't want to talk, that should even the team effort of cleaning up, teaching the kids to clean up. So-and-so get the broom, so-and-so get the dustpan, so-and-so get the the mom so-and-so get this and get that. We're going to do this together. Let's push all the desks back in order. We're going to go ahead. Somebody get the books and lay them out. Somebody get the pencils, hand out extra paper. And we're going to come and we're going to bless this classroom. Yes, I know they done took prayer out. But it's called a moment of silence. Whatever you choose to say, if you want to take this moment of silence and write down anything, write it down on a piece of paper. We're going to fold it up in an envelope and we put it in a box. And then we move on through the day. And each class should start with a greeting. Good morning, so-and-so. Everybody have to speak coming in the door. Good morning. And if other kids are already in the class, you have to say good morning. Because even as adults, if you are in a bad attitude, if you got a bad attitude that morning, and you just take the time to get out of your attitude and speak to somebody, it breaks the cycle. Somebody speak to you and you're like, good morning. Make the effort to go ahead and God gave you a blessing. Go ahead and put a blessing on it, no matter how bad you feel. Good morning. Oh, girl, good morning. But you said it. And somebody can hear the hurt in your voice. At that opportunity, God may use somebody to just touch you. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Then a conversation may stir up. You never know. Just be open. I think each class should have an opening. What are we going to talk today? Teacher, lean back. What are we going to do today? We read about such and such. Anybody want to talk about it? I don't believe in putting children on the spot. I believe in letting people get comfortable enough that they want to talk. I don't believe in a teacher calling so-and-so if they didn't raise their hand. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. That's not going to make me want to talk. It's going to make me not want to talk, and I ain't going to like you. Because first of all, you ask who has the answer. If I didn't raise my hand, that means I don't have the answer. Or I just don't want to talk today. Let me be. I can't stand that. I'm a special ed teacher and I teach math. It drives me crazy because there are so many different ways to do it. If I don't teach it according to the curriculum map, that will reflect on my eval. Yes, it does, my 4Js. Yes, it does. That was one reason why I got out, because they were like, the children had to know a certain number of sight words. That puts pressure on the teacher. They had to know a certain number of sight words. They had to know a certain of this. They had to know this. They had to know that. And that's an evaluation of preschool teachers. And it determines your evaluation. And it also determines whether you have a job or in some instances, how you get paid. That's crazy. The teachers want to teach, but their hands are sometimes tied by the county. That's right. Hello, Fabian. You home? Okay. It's Sooga sleep. I'm going through the sight words thing right now. Yeah. But you know what, Kamika? Every opportunity, if you're at home, just write out your own flashcards and just put them around the house. You know, put a picture on it. Because whether you know it or not, if you start out with the name and the picture, you see first. And anytime you with that child, you walk in the cabinet, they want something, you say cabinet, you know, and as they'll remember, they can look at that and see what the word cabinet looks like and what that's a picture of, or, you know, stuff like that. I used to do that with my classroom. Everything in the classroom had a label on it. The box had a label and a picture. Okay. Even the kitchen set, the eggs had a little label on it. The spoon and fork drawer, all of that stuff has a label on it. Because I remember when I was in school, every day we had a free writing journal about our day for work. That's right. They want them to be mindless millions all day. That's why kids don't have creativity these days. They're not creative. They're not free thinkers like that. You have some kids that are. When the parents can pay for them to go to private school, or they get, yeah, when you can pay for them to go to private school, or you go to a school in a really, really nice area, okay? Yes, we have sitting strips all over the classroom with labels like light switches. Yes, yes, the light switches, all of that. And cooking experiences. I don't know if people even realize how important cooking experiences are, because it not only opens up the thought process, because when you choose like S for the letter S, we would choose a letter a week, or a letter a day, or a letter for every 3 days, whatever. And we would choose a fruit or a food. We would choose words to go with that. All kinds of activities. So when we did the letter S, we chose star fruit, something that's different. Okay. You could also choose something common, strawberries. You need something new and something old. And we cut it up. Each child, that was their homework, to bring in something that start with the letter S, some type of food or an object. So that's the kind of homework I used to give my kids. Bring in something, and sometimes the parents would and sometimes they wouldn't. So that's why I would always have my own. I didn't, oh, why you didn't bring your child? It's, I know how it is, mama. I know. But that's what we used to do, because it gets the kids excited. Mom, I need this, get the kids excited about homework. A lot of times people don't be excited about sitting down they're excited about homework. Or if you find a video, a learning video on YouTube, that you can write it down, okay? Print it out on a piece of paper and give it to the parent. This is homework. For them to listen to this phonics video on YouTube, okay? A phonics video. Things like that. They love computers anyway. Might as well give them something they like. Okay? Anything. Dramatic play, yes. But with dramatic play, you got so many people that don't want little boys to know how to change a diaper. They don't want little boys carrying a baby doll. You basically teaching them how to take care of a child, how to be compassionate, how to be loving and gentle. Okay? Can you believe my principal 2 years ago took away kitchens and place sets and blocks out of the pre-K and kindergarten classrooms so they can have a full day structured curriculum? That's wrong. Hey, Angel. You just creating drawings. Don't y'all know y'all get sick of sitting, when you at work, you get sick of sitting down looking at the computer too. You got to have a break, don't you? That's why you have your phone. You'll have your Bible. You'll have something, a magazine, something that you can, because you don't want to sit there and be like this all day. Can't move. You need something else. That's crazy. It really is. That's crazy. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, so that's not the job most people want. No, but you know how that works. We feel bad for the kids. It's way too much on them. They are acting out and having tantrums. That's right. That's right. They're not feeling the love. They're not feeling wanted. They're not feeling appreciated. But you want kids to go and behave. People don't understand that children are people too, are human beings too. The same way you feel vibes from people, they feel vibes too. They not the teachers go and be talking to kids any kind of way. And yes, kids go and they retaliate and they talk to people any kind of way because they feel like they can. Being some of them are disrespectful. Some of them don't know what to say out of their mouth. Why do people choose to do that? I don't know. Because you make life harder for yourself when you do that. But as a child, can't nobody tell you that. I know growing up, we had discipline, meaning you showed out in school, you got your tail toe up in school. You did. There was no calling DCF. There was no none of that. You showed out in school, you got your behind toe up in school by the principal. Or my teacher used to have his own paddle. They tell you, come up there, hold out your hand. Have them rulers, pop you right in the palm of your hand. Show out if you want. I bet you went home on a good foot. Your teacher ain't have no more problems out of you. And then when they do act out, they want to label them and give them medication. What happened to sitting down and talking to kids sometimes? I mean, just like I say, that starter for classes. All classes need to have that. It's so sad that you have to go on YouTube to be able to help your child with homework because everything is so different. That's right. You got to go on. Girl, I promise you, they send home worksheets for the parents so that the parents can look at that and understand how to help the children with the homework. Guess what I do? Send it right back to them. I sure do. I send it right back to them. Uh-huh. Administrators weren't teachers. And curriculum is made by no one who ever taught. It's a complete joke. Wow. It's common sense, though. Even if you did teach a child, what were the basic common things that helped you to be who you are? Basic. You know, this day and age, things that are basic don't nobody like. That's why, and if it hadn't, somebody called me basic one time on this channel. They said they used to like my channel, but now it's just basic. I'm glad to be basic. I am. I'm basically blessed. I'm blessed from head to toe, all the way around. And I know I ain't going to be everybody's cup of tea. The basics is what we need. You need love. You need caring. You need understanding. You need to learn how to be humble. The basics. Not clapback queens and kings. No, it ain't about all of that other stuff that the world finds to be on another level. The basics. You got to be grounded somewhere. I don't mean just anywhere, though. The basics. Seriously. I love watching YouTube cleaning videos. I love watching YouTube cleaning videos. I do. But one thing I believe in is my kids helping clean up. If y'all see a cleaning video from me, it's because I wanted to get in there and clean. No. Every day, somebody in here cleaning up. That should not be a job. I don't care if they under the age of 4. Even 3-year-olds can help pick up stuff off the floor. But the basics. There's nothing wrong with making them clean up behind themselves. There's nothing wrong. Now, I do get frustrated having to say, you do this, you do that. But if you do it enough, they'll know how to do it themselves after a while. But it's something that's got to be done all the time. Mine can go in there right now and know how to clean out their refrigerator. They know how to wash their clothes. Now, they might not know how to cook. They know how to cook certain things. But daddy don't play. But I'm teaching my children, especially comb their hair. Mia is not into it, but she know how to put her hair in a ponytail. She know how to wash her hair, blow it dry. She know how to moisturize her hair. I'm teaching them, wash your behind. If you got to squat like you getting ready to wrestle somebody, get all the way back there from the back to the front. Wash good. Don't be afraid to touch yourself. I ain't say play with yourself. Don't be afraid to get down there and wash. Because as soon as you squat, you know what's wrong and what's right. Now, as you get older, you don't want to take a bath. That's on you. But I want you to know, funk builds and it gets stronger. Filth builds and it gets stronger. My baseboards right now need to be done. For real, but we're going to get it done. Yeah, we're going to get it done. My house is not immaculate, and I wouldn't advise nobody to eat off the floor all the feet in this house. No, I don't have a house like that. I ain't going to never tell you that. We walk in the house without shoes on. But I believe in vacuuming the floor. I believe in mopping. If the mop break, you best try to get on your hands and knees or tie a towel to the bottom of the broom. There's a will, there's a way. I believe in scrubbing floors, scrubbing carpets. Even little Corey. This week, when I get me some more coins, I'm going to buy him a handheld vacuum because homeboy going to keep his room clean. I am not digging up Jimmy Hoffa and nobody else no more. He going to keep that room clean. Back to the basics. I'm so glad he's starting to eat different things now. And he's been drinking so much water this week, and I'm so proud of my baby. But y'all know things come and things go. Everything is not the same for everybody. And I feel bad for the children right now. I really, really do. I feel bad for children. I feel bad for parents because parents are having to work 2 and 3 jobs. And I feel like anybody that has a child, and that's the one thing I don't understand about people, how you can look at somebody that has a child and feel like they did something wrong. For one, the child is the gift. Not everybody is going to do right by children. I already know that. But that's where some help needs to come in at. Some help. Now, somebody can say, well, they should have stopped having sex. You're right. But guess what? Even if they was having sex, God saw fit to say, let there be life. Okay? Not let there be light. He said, come on. It's your turn. I don't care who you sleep with. If God don't give it to you, it ain't going to happen. And I feel like we all, there's so much going on in this world, y'all. It really is. And I want to start here. I thank James. I thank all of you for commenting. And we talking about these things because it's something that we can't just talk about. Y'all know how you see on the news, they talk about all this stuff they need to talk about. We need to have a sit down. No, sucker. Somebody need to do something. You done had years and years and hours to talk. There's no more talking. It's time to do something. Just like the other day, we were talking about somebody was saying that they were depressed. And people say, you know, pray about it, give it to God. You can tell people all day to pray about it and give it to God, but we need to start opening up our mouth and tell people, this is when I say pray about it and give it to God, this is what I had to do. I had to, like I was telling them, when I had this, I was depressed for 3 days. And that last day, I had that dream that I was looking for my family. It was me and Corey, and my husband was with the big kids somewhere. And it was dark out, and there was barely any light. And I was looking for them. And I walked up to this place, and there was a being. There was no face. It was just like they was dressed in all black, like a suit of armor. And they were huge, like giants. And he was leaning, and he had a sword, long as I don't know what. And he basically, I asked him, has he seen a man with some children? He said, no. He said, but what is this way is not for you. You don't want to come this way. And I was steady pushing the issue about it. He said, I'm telling you, you don't want to come this way. And so as I'm standing there looking at him, and as I look to the right, there's this doorway of this large building, this large doorway. And there was this tall being with a suit of armor walking towards me real slow with this long sword. He said, this is not the way. Do you hear me? This is not the way you want to come. And as I'm looking at this being, there was this light behind him. And so the last time he said, I said, okay, thank you. And I turned around, grabbed my son, and we walked away. That was my confirmation to me. Teresa, get up out of this depression. Get up out of this sadness. This is not the way you want to come. You don't want to live your life stuck like that. Get up. Make the effort. Faith without works is dead. If you want God's healing, if you want God's peace, you want God's strength, then you got to get up and you got to walk in it. You got to do it. And the more you make the effort to do something, the more it progresses. The more you come out of it. Do something outside of what you were doing. I stayed in the house in the bed for 3 full days. I didn't talk to nobody, not even my kids. I didn't comb my hair, didn't take no bath. I didn't even eat. But I had to make the choice, one moment at a time. And that was after I woke up out that dream, I took the cover off of my head. Step number 1. Because the blessing was I was able to come out of the dream. Took the cover off of my head. And I laid there for a few minutes. And I said, no, Teresa, get up. Step number 2, snatch the cover off. Step 3, put feet out the bed. Step 4 was get up, stand up. The next step was to walk into my bathroom. It was moment by moment by moment, walking by faith. I had to walk out of my own misery. I wasn't completely lifted, but I was still there, but I wasn't still there. And I continued to take a bath and wash my hair and whatever else I needed to do, brush my teeth and put on some clothes. And then my mind was, what am I trying to say? Disappointment. I started listening to all the voices of disappointment. How could you lay there like this? How could you leave your children like that? How could you? What are your children going to think about you? What is this and what is that? And I could have turned back and got back in the bed, but I didn't. I had to walk. I have to let them know that it's real. But the help that we need is already provided. You just got to do something about it. We pray and ask God for this stuff that he has already granted to us. All we got to do is do it. If you don't believe that it's there, it's not there. That's what faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. You can't see it, but it's there. So you got to walk like it's there and speak those things as though they were. If you're going to be sad, if you're depressed and you keep saying you're depressed, you're going to be depressed. I might be feeling sad. I might be feeling low, but get up and walk out of it. Get outside, open the door, open the curtains, let the sun shine in. Don't stay in the darkness. Walk outside the house. And this is what we have to do in life. We talk to people about this stuff, about the Bible, but we don't give instructions. And some people are visual people. Some people you have to point 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you do it. If you've ever been in a place and you've been stuck anywhere, if you've been stuck financially and you made it out, tell somebody how God did it for you. I had to do research. That's what's wrong with human beings. We don't want to help nobody. We don't want to give nobody a leg up. I was telling my husband that earlier today. I said, this lady told me I had on a necklace. She was like, oh, that is so pretty. And I told her where I got it from. And she was like, no, you can't tell people. No, don't tell nobody that. And I said, why not? Hey, I am not about to block my blessing. It was a blessing to me, and I didn't pay a whole lot for it. Now go get you one. Buy 2 or 3 and give them to somebody else. You don't want to give. People be so afraid of somebody getting more than what you got. Girl, what's for you is for you. Now, just like me, I send people over to other people's YouTube channels all the time. Yeah, some of them got more followers than I do. Some of them make more money than I do. Some of them have reached all kinds of status. But it don't mean I can't share a blessing. When I see a blessing, I'm sharing a blessing. The same way y'all like me, hopefully you will like them too. They doing some things I don't. Why would I sit on a blessing? Why? I can't do it. I can't do it. Sometimes we all have breaking points, but the hardest part of picking yourself up and doing it the first time, it's moment by moment. It's moment by moment. Hey, Summer. A friend of mine told me I should make a GoFundMe fundraiser. So I did. I don't have very high hopes about it, though, but I did receive one donation so far, which left me shocked. So I shall see. Okay, let me go back so that I can see what the GoFundMe is for. I am praying I will get my mobility scooter because as of right now, I can't leave my apartment because I can't walk, okay? Does insurance or Medicare or Medicaid cover any of it, Jamie? My doctor tried, but I was not successful and I have low grade insurance. I am on my own, but I am praying to God for help. That is because you are. Thank you, TG. Lisa, I prayed and prayed, talked to my Almighty Father about my sad days, and I still pray to Him to help keep moving. You just got to keep walking. You just got to keep walking. And you know what? Be intentional. Do something good for somebody else when you're feeling sad. I'm serious.
Hey, Mom, what's my Batman belt from the costume?
You don't need no Batman belt. It's time for bed. You got school in the morning. Make a gift basket for somebody if you have the means to. Help somebody work in their yard or something. Do something good for somebody else when you feeling sad. How many of you can say that when you do something kind for somebody, it fills you with joy? So when you feeling sad, be a blessing, an intentional blessing. This is my first time in here and I'm loving everything. Oh, well, thank you, James. Somebody got gas. Poor thing, don't fall out. Don't fall out over there. Well, Jamie, don't lose your faith. Just keep waiting and trusting on God. I mean, seriously. If you gotta appeal it, appeal it. Look, if you get Medicaid or Medicare or something like that, and you have computer access, or you know somebody have children or somebody that can look up the information for you, because I remember you know how sometimes on the Medicare or Medicaid website, like for certain services, okay, they will have a list of things that they cover. You need to look and see what they will cover, because they're not going to tell you. Okay, Tammy, they're not going to tell you. I remember, I think it was one of my boys. They gave me, because I was high risk, Galen had insurance on his job, but they gave me what they would call pregnancy Medicaid. Okay. And one was the primary and one was the secondary. Okay. I remember to get, I believe it was Corey, to get him circumcised. Medicaid would not pay for it at birth. For one, they say he didn't have enough skin to remove. Okay, tell him I'll be there in a few minutes. He didn't have enough skin to remove. Okay. But on the form, because of that, there was a term for that. Okay. Called phimosis. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they gave me a hard time about it. And through my husband's insurance, okay, they want you to pay for anesthesia separate from all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, we ain't got it like that. So I went to the website, the Medicaid website, and I looked up what do they provide, because they'll tell you what they provide for children, circumcisions, all kind of stuff like that. But after a certain point, they say it has to be medically needed. So when it's medically needy, they give you terms of different things that they consider to be medically needed. Okay. And that's one of them, phimosis. So I took my computer, I highlighted it, and I printed it off. And I politely called them. And I told them, it's been a long time. I've been going through this for months now, trying to get my son circumcised, and y'all won't pay for it. But there has to be a medically needy thing in order for y'all to do it. So Mom, don't come in here with no craziness here. What is it?
She could. It was not my hair, but like this part came out, and I was trying to make it because I didn't know how to put it back in.
Don't use scissors on your hair. Just take it out. Oh. Child finna cut herself bone. Good night, Lachey. And I told the lady, well, I'm looking at your website right now, and I'm telling you what it say. And I say, I printed it out. I can email it to you. And she said, okay, well, can you do that? And I sure did. I printed it off from their website, the whole page. And I emailed it to her. And she sent it to whoever she sent it to, and best believe they paid for it. Even though he was past the time that they allot for you to get your child circumcised. But because he had this problem from birth, they were supposed to do it. And they paid for it. So it takes sometimes to do a little research. When they close the door on you, say no, because the insurance companies don't want to just give you nothing free. They really don't. Especially when you get past children's age, okay? When you get to be a teenager and you almost 19, it's harder for you to get stuff. From 19 on up, I was told if I had Medicare, they do cover it, but under certain restrictions. And it's hard to get approved. But I would do some research and, yeah, find out what is your condition, okay? You need to find out under what conditions do they provide a scooter for you that they pay for. What is your illness? What illnesses, what diagnosis do you have to have in order for them to give you a scooter? And see what they have labeled you as. And we don't like labels, but what have they diagnosed you with to the point that you need a scooter? And go from there. I am 40 and it's hard. I know it's hard. I know. And especially when you're used to being mobile. My mom is in a wheelchair. She needs one, but they won't pay for it. She needs one. I don't have coins like that. She needs one. She do. She needs one. She needs a chair, but a motorized chair. But she's able to move her arms, and she still can help herself get up. But it's hard because she needs to have a double hip replacement, and so her hip joints, they bother real bad. But it's just so much stuff. My doctor did not have straight Medicaid, and they won't cover it. I was told my doctor tried, but I won't give up. I simply can't. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I don't want this chat to be all about me. I feel like I am ruining your strength. Listen, Jamie, this is what we do over here. We help each other. Whatever information we have, we share with each other, okay? Don't feel like that. Because it's a lot of other channels won't tell you nothing. They don't talk about stuff. But we talk about stuff that's real life over here, okay? I'm not certified in anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. But whatever I have learned, and I think I know somebody that might be able to help you. I got to make sure I got the right person, though. If you can email me, okay? If you can email me, I can get this lady's name and see and I can talk to her about you. And maybe she can get you some information on how you can get some help. Okay? That's my email. I just put it in the comment section. If you know how to use email, if you can email me, just say, hey, Risa, this is Jamie. I talked to you in chat about me getting a wheelchair. I'm going to ask this person that I know if they know of any way, and make sure you send me what state you're in, okay? Because they know, they help people with insurance claims and all kind of stuff like that. So, we love you back and welcome. You're welcome. This is what God's children are supposed to do. I don't care. I mean, why? We're supposed to help each other. Both of the Department of Aging and Disability is with the Food Stamps Office. They provide scooters and wheelchairs. See, look at that. Rose Wilson says go to the Department of Aging and Disability. Hey, Tamika Canna. My throat is trying to bother me, y'all. It is really burning. Yes, I feel like you have to be a vegetable to get a scooter. It shouldn't be like that, but you know, if you don't have real good insurance or you got coins long enough for you to pay for it yourself, it can be like that sometimes, you know. It will work out, Jamie. Keep praying and believing. That's right. Keep believing. Hey, Noveline. Sometimes you got to get a no or two. You stand in faith, but God said he'll provide every need that I have. Okay? He'll supply. And he knows that I'm not able to get around and he knows I need it. He'll provide it. It might take you a little minute, but he'll provide it. Okay? But you say you can't provide it, God will make a way. He'll provide it. Look, I believe that God will even use somebody that's financial, that has the financial means to bless you. Somebody have the financial means to bless you. Somewhere, somehow. What was the story? I never forget this lady. This lady came on and was talking about she didn't have the money to pay her light bill, and it was cold, and she was in the, her lights were off, and she slept in the house all night with no heat, no electricity. Okay. Hey, Angela Williams. And what did I eat? We had the ribs, we had cabbage and broccoli and greens. We had my homemade house rice. And I think that's it. And I had the apple and peach cobbler. I did receive one donation from this lady, and I cried because I couldn't believe it in her kindness. So I have hope. Oh, that means thank you. Yes, keep holding on. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. If you have a Facebook page, share it on Facebook and tell your story. Share your story. Somebody will reach out and help you. Okay. This lady, she told us her story about she didn't have any money to get her lights turned back on. And she told us about how she got up. Yeah, Kiki. When she say she came back and told us, she said she got up the next morning in the cold and went down to the electric company and asked them if they could turn her lights back on. And it was like, no, they couldn't help her. And she said there was a guy standing behind her, and she felt so bad. She was so hurt and angry. And she said she turned and she went home. Hey, Brooklyn. Same to you, Sweet Pea. And she said by the time she got home and got in the house, her phone rang. And she said they told her that her lights was paid, but she needed to come back down to the electric company. She went back down to the electric company, and there was an envelope that was left for her, and somebody had paid her entire bill. And the note said it was the man that was standing behind her. Let me tell you, God have angels. He put people. God knows your steps. He knows everything going on. When I tell you, God will put people. He will use people. There's no coincidences in life. We're gonna have to stop saying something just happened or that was a no coincidence. It's all divine favor. Do you hear me? When I tell you, she said that man heard her story. He didn't even live in that city that they were in. He was from out of town, taking care of his mother's estate. And he said God would not let him leave and not take care of that lady's bill. Not only did he pay her entire bill, but he left extra money for her. See, that was nobody but God that prompted her to get up that morning and walk. She went in the cold. What if she had just sat there at home and waddled in there? See, sometimes we have to put away our pride, and we have to go sometimes and ask, even if they still say no. But when man say no, God will say yes. Sometimes you got to get up and you got to try. She could have stayed home and sat there and just waited and did nothing. But that faith without works is dead. She had faith that if she just asked, she had that much faith, thinking that if she asked, they would do it. But God said, no, he going to use somebody else to do it. It's going to get done, but not in the way that she is looking. So not only did she receive a blessing, a double blessing, her lights back on, and he gave her extra money for herself. But the man who was obedient, I can't imagine what God gonna do for him. He was intentional. He could have ignored the whisper from God to take care of this woman. He don't know her from a can of oops paint. I believe, Jamie, you just keep walking by faith. You just keep trying. You have to keep praying and asking God to guide you to the right place. And you got to believe in what you're saying. Because you might not be able to see who's going to help you now. But God is going to do it. You're going to get what you need. I believe, and I can just see, you not only do you get what you need, but you will get services. You get transportation services. You get accommodations in your apartment or your house, wherever you live. Meals on wheels. You get accommodations to help you in the bathroom, to help you get in and out of the bed. You know, they have lifts that you can lift up that's motorized. You push the button and you slide yourself in it. They help you to get and put yourself over your bed. And you, child, come on. God will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings on you that you have no room to receive. Sometimes you just got to move. And your first step was starting to GoFundMe, but you're not quite sure. It's just like if you just get to Jesus. Lord, if I know you said you're going to supply my every need. But I also know that you say that faith without works is dead. If I have faith that you're going to open up and you're going to do these things for me, then I got to do this. Hey, Saritha. Y'all got to excuse me. I got to scratch the back of my throat because it is itching. Oh, it is. The back of my throat is itching. Seriously, like it's burning. Like, this is true stuff, Brooklyn. There was a lady came in live one day and she said that. She came back, and I think a couple of days had gone by and we had come back live, and she told us her testimony. What God did for her. Oh my God. She had to go through something, y'all. We can't go around it. We don't want to go through it, but you can't go around you to get to your blessing. She had to sleep in the house with no heat overnight, and then she got up that morning and she walked in the cold or caught the bus, however she got there, just to get down there to the power company and be turned away. And she went all the way back home, but she did it by faith. If I get up in the morning and go down there and ask them, I got faith that they'll just, I'm just believing that they'll have sympathy and turn my lights back on. But God heard. He knew all along. He had somebody already strategically placed to answer her prayer, but he didn't answer in the way that she thought. She thought that the JEA, the people was just going to turn her back on. No, her bill was paid in full. Didn't have a balance. Say it, Peggy. God works in mysterious ways. Amen, Kiki. When man say no, God, he can still say yes. Yes, Brooklyn. I mean, it's just amazing. Seriously. I'm going to tell y'all my story. And I've told it before. I remember I had just had, I think it was Mia or Jalen. No, it was Jalen. And I went back to work after my 6 weeks. I had no income. My husband was working, but it wasn't his payday. And my husband got his paycheck. And it said void. 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 Okay? Said void because he was on child support. Every dime he had, they took it. His paycheck said void. So we had no money to pay our bills. And my light bill was due. So on my lunch break, I went to work on my lunch break. I went to the electric company to see if I could get an extension. And they said they couldn't give me one. That I had to, I think by the next day, my lights were going to be off. So I knew of this place that was down the street that helped you with your electric bills. But you have to call them at a certain time to get an appointment. I didn't even have a phone and I was at work. So I went down there while I was still on my lunch break and I told them my situation. The lady was like, well, ma'am, you have to call through. I said, ma'am, I can't. I have to work. I can't sit home and call. I have to work. And I told her I just had a baby and I just got back to work. I showed her I said, here's my husband's paycheck. It says void. And I don't have any other alternative. And I tell you, she kept saying no. And I kept being persistent. I said, I don't have any other alternative. I said, the electric company told me to come down here and talk to y'all to see if y'all would help me even without an appointment. And I kept on. She was adamant. But baby, when I tell you God turned that thing around, she went back there and told them, took the paycheck stub, and they gave me an appointment right there. I had to sit there for another 30, 45 minutes for them to come back from lunch. I was laid back to work and everything. I sat there. I didn't even have a cell phone to call my boss and tell him that I was going to be late. They took me in the back, took my information, wrote down everything, and told me that they would pay my entire bill. They did. They paid my entire bill. Nobody but the grace of mercy of God. Do you hear me? Nobody. I was on my job, but didn't have any benefits. I didn't have any paid days off. Okay? I didn't have any. So whenever I was off with no money coming in. Okay? Okay? And seriously, I can remember working. And I worked at a church in their school, but the phone number was the same for the whole place. And I answered the phone one day, and there was a lady on the other end, and she said, do y'all give assistance with food and rent? And I said, well, and let me ask. And I did. And I said, listen, I have been in your shoes. I said, and it wasn't too long ago, meaning a couple of weeks ago. I said, just because you have a job don't mean that your ends meet all the time. I say some people think that because you got a job and everything's supposed to work. I say it don't work like that all the time. I say, so I know, I can't tell you I know how you feel, but I've been there. And I told her, I gave her some names of some places that people had given me over the years. And I told her whatever information I had. And I don't know whether the lady received assistance or not, but I'm here to tell you, wherever you are in your life, don't you never, ever, ever, as a human being, sit down on your knowledge. Don't ever sit back on your knowledge. If you know of something that can help somebody get from point A to point B, why would you do that? Why would you not help somebody? God sent somebody to help you. Why would you not pay it forward? Sometimes information, yes, we can form businesses, but not everybody can afford to pay you for information. Sometimes you got to sow your way out. You want continued blessings, you got to sow your way out. You got to give until it hurts. You got to, when I say give until it hurts, I mean it takes you back to that hurt place. Give. He is Christine. He is wonderful. Hey, Dolores. I'm so serious. If I never do anything else but this, if I help one of y'all, that's a blessing to me. If I've touched y'all in any good way. Hey, Teresa, speaking of helping people and paying it forward, you recently put up a video that has the word energy in its title. I'm really interested in seeing it. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Energy? Well, it's okay if I post a link to my Facebook page in case any of your subscribers have Facebook. They can add me. I can always use some friends. Sure, go ahead. Let me see. I do have a computer. It's just a little cheapo, but as long as it works. One of my videos has the word energy in it. Child, I don't see it. I've been waiting on this live. Just woke up. I tried and it's telling me remove. Where no, they probably won't let you do it no more. You know, they block that. Yeah, some things they won't let you do. Yes, energy. You were talking about energy. I just saw the first part of it, but the video is gone now. Do you know well? No, I sure don't. I haven't talked about energy. That might not have been me. I'm looking at my videos right now. I don't have one that's talking about. I have one say attitude of gratitude. Intentional. Yeah, for a long time, I know a long time back, YouTube used to let you post web addresses and things like that, but you can give people your name on YouTube. Go ahead, child. Janae just getting out of the shower. Probably because Teresa is still alive. Maybe why? Yeah. I'll let you. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my. Look for Jeremy Davis on Facebook. I have a purple J. Had my picture. Has my picture. You have helped me with my grieving process. I lost my mom 3 months back. You are so. Oh, well, thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that you lost your mom, sweet pea. And it is a blessing to know that you were able to come in here and find a little bit of peace for just a moment. And I know that this is a process, this is a team effort. And I know it's not just me. Okay. I give all the honor to God, I do. Because I could be a totally different person. I could act a whole fool, nothing but a fool. I hope people find me and I make some good friends. Well, you know what? You have to be careful with opening yourself up to everybody. You know, if you want to talk to people, start a YouTube channel. Jamie, that's a good one. Start a YouTube channel. Talk to people. What are you? What are your feelings about the of energy? And I know energy and thinking of Mother Earth as an alive entity. Oh, I don't touch on none of that. Mm-mm. No, I don't touch on any of that. I promise you, I saw it. So it's so weird. It's been going on a lot lately where people will see things and then a few days later it's like it never existed and it's so crazy stuff. I don't know, but I know I haven't typed energy in the title unless it was a spell check, you know. I haven't even had to talk about energy. You know, I don't do stuff like that. You know, start a YouTube channel, put out as long as it's good information. You know, we got so much bad information out here that you don't want to sow seeds like that. I'm just saying, you know, just like you talked to us tonight, you can put that information out there. You know, help people about what's going on in the schools and things like that. Um, and just and you'll get followers if you know just make sure you do right. Help you to stay on. Oh, you're welcome. You are so welcome. Hmm. The same. I was thinking the same exact thing about that you have to be careful who you open up to. When I see your name in comments section. Oh, Camille said, I always think about you, Dolores. Okay. Why not? Why don't you touch on any of those things? Scientifically proven that energy is everything. Well, scientifically, a lot of things exist, and I'm just not into all of that. You know, I'm just not. I don't want to look at things from a scientific level. A scientific, you put two and two together, and you create this. But you know, I just don't. I don't touch on stuff like that. I really don't. I mean, it's to each his own. I just. Mm-mm. Hey, Lady Jane. Just want to send my love to you guys. Getting ready for work tomorrow. Keep us in your prayers. So will I keep you guys in mind. Amen, Lady J. And thank you so much, Sweet Pea. Hey, Maddie, how are you? I'm getting ready to get off. I didn't even start this live today. My girl started it. And yep, my phone just died. My phone just died, but I don't know what movie. So I'll watch one of your things. Oh, look at that. I'm sorry that you're feeling like that, Sweet Pea. Good night, Marilyn. Yeah. You know. Boy, y'all a trip. Thank y'all for hanging in here with me tonight for this long. We've had some good conversations today. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for everything. I hope you all were inspired by each other, giving God all the glory. Because each one of us got some good information. We've got some life lessons that we can share with somebody else to bless them. Okay, help somebody else through their own situation. Hey, Nick, I didn't know you were in here. Who else in here and I didn't say hello? I was back there working in my bathroom. I bought a shelf. I was trying to put it together and put it together wrong, child. You can't put the doors on it. But I'm gonna use baskets anyway. And yeah. Good night, Kiki baby. Good night, Tammy. Amen. Same to you, Tammy. All right, you guys. Love you guys. Remember to be intentional. Go get your Be Intentional shirts. Go get your Total Woman shirts. Go get your Built Jesus Tough shirts. Okay? Everything is going to be all right. It is. We just got to process, y'all. We're going to say thank you, Lord, for watching over every one of us. Thank you for keeping us safe, Lord. Thank you for giving us life. Thank you for giving us free choice, God. And I pray that every person on the sound of my voice choose you over anything else, God. Help us to continue to walk by faith and not by what we see. Help us to continue to talk to you and lean not to our own understanding. There's so much in this world we're not going to understand. But Lord, you say keep your eyes on you. Show us how to do that, oh Lord. When things come about and we get afraid and we see things that are not right, Lord, show us, teach us what we need to do to stay close to you and to allow you to have your way. If there's anyone that is in pain, anyone that's depressed, anyone that's lacking, oh God, I thank you because you said that you shall supply all of our needs according to your riches and glory through Christ Jesus. Through Christ Jesus. And we know that by Jesus' stripes, we are healed. So I thank you, Lord, for our healing process, whatever that may look like. I pray that every medication, every doctor visit, everything that is involved in our process, God, that it is blessed and that it strengthens and that it do exactly what you have called for it to do. We thank you. We give you all praises, honor, and glory. Lord, as we lay down to rest tonight, renew our minds, body, and spirit. Speak to us, oh God, in every way that you see fit. Cleanse our minds. Create in us a clean heart, God. Work on us, God. Keep our children safe wherever they may be in this world, God. Help us as parents to teach our children in the way that they should go. Help us, God, to instill good values in them. Help us to be stern and not to give in because pressure has gotten to be too much. Help us teach our children the basics in learning, God, that will help them. We know that if we start, God, you will go above more than what we ask. For your word says you will do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we ask. And we're asking for our children to go to school and behave, for the teachers and the staff members to be on one accord, to be loving and nurturing. We pray for our children to be obedient, watching their mouths and attitudes and staying humble, oh God. God, we pray for a hedge of protection around our schools, around our homes, around our hospitals, and our churches, oh God. We know that if we can resist the devil, he will flee. So God, I ask that you teach us how to resist the devil, how to stand firm and flat-footed in your word, oh God. No matter how the wind may blow, no matter how heavy the weight may be, God, I thank you, Lord. Even if we fall, we know that we can get back up. And every time that we fall, may it be a learning process, something that we learn that when we go through this test again, that we're able to pass it with flying colors. Lord, we just give you all the praise, honor, and glory. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Words cannot express enough how grateful, how thankful, how loving you are to us. Forgive us, God. Some people don't even know how to ask for forgiveness or to accept forgiveness. You have been forgiven. Now turn away from your wicked ways. Change your thought process. He said he is a jealous God. Don't put anybody before him. Don't put anybody before him. We trust those that we can see more than we can trust him whom we can't see. But he is the giver and taker of life. Yes, he is. And I pray that you don't give in to the devil's temptations. It is, may I have just a little more Jesus Monday. Give us more of you today, God, and less of us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen, amen, and amen. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jamie. Let's be to each one of this line. Amen, amen. Good night, y'all.